So let's see. Aw, that's nice. Thus far, what is your character's greatest achievement? Nice. It doesn't have to be in the campaign, you know, could just be anything. All right. So, while you ruminate on that, does anybody, for a point of DM inspiration, want to sum up what happened last time? If you are interested in such a thing, just throw a d20 out in the chat. If I don't see any interest, I will just do it myself. There's plenty of NPCs in the world that would love some inspiration. I know a traveling baker who I think she's probably going to need some inspiration in the future. So, all right, going once, going twice, and
Here it
soul.
comes.
Okay, Darius. All right, making the sacrifice for everyone else. Some have accused me of coercion tactics by giving inspiration to bad guys. But you know, that's their opinion. All right, take it away.
I feel like that is a great incentive, actually. Rather not have them have it. But all right. Last time on this, why is this now coming up? Thanks, external hard drive. So we were still in the church trying to deal with Doru, and he honestly just didn't have any care for the rest of us and was trying to just leave after he already killed his dad. I was out like a light. Everyone else tried to go after him. I think Irina tried to convince him, but he kind of blew her off and he ran off into. We all came back upstairs. Tiernan kind of helped me back to consciousness, took care of my wounds a little bit, but I still felt really bad. I still feel really bad too. More on that later. It sounds like everyone was kind of chastising Eric for not coming down to help earlier, but I mean, he did somewhat have a point. We were not prepared for a vampire spawn, or whatever the fuck that thing was down there. Definitely need to be a little bit careful as we kind of do these things. But also, we need to, if we're in, we all gotta be in, otherwise we're all just gonna die. We tried looking around the church for some info on the vampire, but didn't really come up with anything. Though, I think Eric did find this tarot card, or whatever. It seems it was something that the Stani usually have, so Ismark wants to kind of look into that whole thing. And they decided to take the bodies of Donovich and Mad Mary and burn them out back, because it's possible that they could turn. Also possible that that bite mark that I got from Daru could also turn me, and they decided to use one of their flask of holy water. I didn't actually think that was really a thing. I think that was, you know, some bullshit that the local priest would just talk about, like, bless you my child and all that shit. But I guess it's actually real. Anywho, we went back to the tavern while they were burying the bodies. As we were kind of all scattered about, and then pulling the camera back a little bit, Tiernan and Anna were talking with Mirabelle about the wine shortage, saying that maybe the Vistani at the Serapool could provide some assistance, so that seems to be a quest that we'll get. And then Reed was with Ismark and Harina finishing up the bodies. Ismark was saying that he wants to go travel to Vallaki to try and find some solutions to all the problems that keep cropping up, and Reed was trying to convince him to at least wait a couple of days before he goes. Anna brought Eric with her upstairs to the third floor to talk with Morgantha about the pastries that she had sold. Morgantha was pleased, but then also very inquisitive about Matthew. Eric tried to kind of push that conversation to the side. But then the conversation came to Eric's injuries, and Morgantha said that she could help. However, he would have to come back in the morning, as she'd need to do something overnight. Pulling back into Darius. We rested up for the evening, or at least tried our best to. When we woke up in the morning and were trying to get ready for the day, Matthew wasn't waking. Reed and Eric went over to him, tried to wake him up, and yeah, kid's dead. When Tyrion and Mackenzie went to go look at him, apparently he died from fright. I didn't know that was a fucking thing. But I guess the way that they explained it, Matthew had a heart attack, and the kid seemed fine to me, so that's super. Eric went all crazy, grabbed a knife, and ran upstairs. Going after him. Apparently he was trying to get Morgantha because he believes that she had something to do with it. Irenia came to the tavern to check on us. She gave me a look over and said that I have the rot disease, so I'm dying on the inside. That's just great. Then she found out that Matthew had died, and yeah, things did not start off well in the morning. And now I'm just lying in bed getting a blood transfusion from Irenia. So I'm bed resting for a while.
Yeah. All right. Very well done. Go ahead and take DM inspiration. All right. Does anybody want to answer the question? What is your character's greatest achievement?
I mean, it's got to be when I made Jack's death look like an accident, right? Like.
Wow.
Oh no!
Damn.
Wow. We're not playing One Night Werewolf yet. Yes, but that's some good misdirection. Wink. All right. Anybody want to answer? Just throw a die into chat if you are interested. This is a D6 Bardic Inspiration that'll last the whole session. Okay. Getting ready to close it. Going once. Going twice. And sold to Darius for 8 out of 20.
Wow. Great numbers, guys.
Yeah, my one was sneaking up on you.
Better to get the one out now than later.
Yeah.
Man, greatest achievements. Honestly, just taking the little things where they come. Surviving that fucking house, because I honestly thought that we were probably all going to die. So right now he's just kind of focused on living one day at a time. That's probably the greatest achievement that you can think of at this point.
Well, you know what? I am glad that this game has provided Darius with his greatest achievement. See, I thought it was all just bad stuff, but here it is, making your life more meaningful, and that's nice.
He is taking appreciation of the smaller things, and I think now has found at least a goal in mind going forward.
Okay, that's good. All right,
Sorry,
you may ask the
saying,
same.
Oh, sorry.
What doesn't?
Yeah, go ahead.
What doesn't kill you just chops your hand off.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
jeez. I don't. Yeah. Get that stitched on a pillow for sure. All right. You may ask the same question of any NPC that you met previously in the campaign.
Dr. Vasily von Holt.
Oh man.
What is his greatest achievement?
Solid.
His greatest achievement was surviving an encounter with Strahd von Zarovich, and coming out the other end gainfully employed and alive. Yep. That's all it is.
Yep. I get that feeling too. I mean, we didn't face Strahd, but I mean, we faced a vampire of sorts, and we came out the other side. So I get the
We
feeling,
faced-
bro.
Yeah,
You know
the
what? That's
weakest
so-
possible vampire.
That's the silver lining. We all got our, greatest accomplishment.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are doing great.
I mean, I don't know if we could beat a vampire toddler at this point.
No,
Oh
you
my
definitely.
God.
Oh no. You ever play Minecraft? You know, like the baby zombies. Yeah, you don't.
way worse.
Yeah,
Way worse.
yeah.
Oh, no.
Monsters are always worse when they're tiny and fast. Oh my god. Also, I mean, that's just raw D&D. Any of these low CR monsters that they're like, yeah, he's small and quick. Yeah, that's fine. Oh my god.
Have you guys ever seen Galaxy Quest? It's like that.
Yeah,
scene-
I have.
You know where they see the miners are like, yeah, they're all cute and cuddly now, but they're gonna get mean, and there's gonna be a lot of them.
I love that.
If you haven't seen Galaxy Quest, you do need to add it to your watch list. It's a fantastic
Oh, for sure.
movie.
It
Absolutely
is
fantastic.
wonderful.
Yeah. All right. So, let us jump into things. I'll go ahead and change out the music, and we are currently at the inn where everything went down, and I'm curious to see where you take us today. So,
So just confirmation, my hit points did come back.
your hit points from the blood drain ability of the vampire do come back on a long rest. That is correct.
I'm going to click the long rest buttons. It did. Okay, cool.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, a lot to do today. So take it away.
Well, mine's gonna be real simple. I'm in bed.
Yeah. I know Reed and Anna have to go together to the Burgermasters to get Eastmark and tell him he has a body to help bury.
Eric was going to the general store.
Oh, right. Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll just run down the list. Anna, what were you gonna do?
Go with Reed.
All right, you're gonna go with Reed. All right. And let's see, what is Tiernan gonna do?
I wanted to go back to the church, scout around, see if we can find any lore about monsters and such.
Okay. All right. So let's just start with Eric. All right. Whoever's going with Eric to the store, stack yourself on the Eric mini. Going once for the store. Going twice. All right. Eric going to the store by himself. All right.
I see how it is. Damn.
All right. I mean, Mackenzie would actually like to go to the store if that's okay with you, Darius.
I think I was gonna have Mackenzie go with Tiernan because they were gonna do investigative work.
Oh, at the church. Yeah. Okay. That makes
Yeah, I remember somebody
that's
was
more
going to come
useful.
with.
Yeah.
but I couldn't remember who
All
it
right.
was.
So
Yeah, I
Eric,
think that's
all
why
by
she's over
yourself. Let's see what happens to you, buddy.
As Eric leaves, Reed asks him, "Hey, Eric, do you mind if you go to the store, see if they have some honey?"
Is that for medicine or remedy?
No, just if they have it, if it's not too expensive.
I'll see what I can do.
All right. So let's head on over to Bill Draft's shop. I don't know if we need. Yeah, we'll just do the. We could just do the scene itself. There we go. Now you just. Everybody's really small in some of these scenes, and it's just theater of the mind. Put your mini in there, that kind of thing. But if there's one thing I would change, I would go through every single scene and I would change the token scaling so everyone looks the right size on every scene. But that's a lot. That'd be a lot of scenes. So, anyways, let me drag you over to Bill Drafts of Barovia. If this doesn't get your Skyrim nostalgia pumping, I don't know what else is. I mean, look at that place. All right.
Yo, the fact that these are animated still tripping me out.
Right?
Just seeing.
You know what? We'll go ahead and make you a big boy. I want you to be a big boy. There we go. All right.
It's bothering you too much.
Yeah. All
I
right.
was like, I'm fine with this, but
Okay. The bat has to stay small. There we go. That's my compromise. All right.
That makes sense.
Oh, that's a big boy.
That's a big boy. That's right. All right. So as you come in to the shop, you can see that it's well stocked. There's a lot of things here. This is fantastic. Throw a bucket on this guy's head and load up. Like, you're ready to go. The man looks at you appraisingly as you come in. And he says, well, what do we have here? Outsider, an adventurer, a traveler, a visitor. Come in. Mildress Sundries has everything that you need, my friend. Huh? Come on. And as you enter the well-stocked, tidy little shop, you can see a big boy. Him's about 7 feet tall almost, and some big Hodor vibes going on over there. Just a big, strapping dude. But he just has the softest boy face, just the softest face, and he is currently stocking shelves very carefully and very delicately.
Hello, Mr.
Oh, the name is Bildrath.
Bildratz?
Bildrath.
Can I just call you Bill for short?
Well, you're the customer. If that's what you need, sure. I understand that people from afar, you sometimes have trouble with these names, huh?
Yes, certainly.
Of course,
I see
of course.
you are.
But it's no problem, eh?
I see that you're well stocked in your supplies.
Yes. We're the only shop left in town. Everyone else has given up, but not me. Huh? I believe in commerce. I believe in the economy and free trade.
Well, with no competition, I can see why.
Well, I had competition, but as the town began to struggle and fall apart, I offered fair compensation to my neighbors for their many goods and sundries. Huh?
How fair are we talking about? Something within a reasonable price?
Sure. What are you here to look for today?
Well, and Eric will pull out his imaginary list of things.
Okay.
I need one. Was it a vial of honey, a bottle of honey, or just honey?
Reed's not here to ask.
Yeah.
Ah, shit. This is why he doesn't go grocery shopping. Bottle of honey.
Oh, you need some honey, huh? Well, honey is very rare here in Barovia. We have such cold climate, it's hard for bees to make their golden, flavorful fluids. And it's often used for medicine and potions.
Precisely.
But I can let it go for... I have jar, I can let go for 5 gold.
Yeah, you guys never gave me gold. That is certainly decent.
Yo, I was literally typing that as you just said it. I don't know if you have any money on you.
Yeah. Plus, that's like several peasant salaries for months.
I would have told you. I would have told you guys I was going to the general store. So I mean, it's up to Crash if he's okay.
What? I mean, do you have money on you or not? That's the question.
No.
Okay, so you play it out, bro.
Treat this as a scouting mission. See what the prices are.
You're window shopping. Yeah.
Price compare.
Have you heard of window shopping?
Okay. That's a reasonable price.
Now this kid, he's not really a kid. He's definitely in his early 20s, but he's kind of a kid. He keeps like looking over at you, and then going back to work. But he's very curious about you. Anyways, keep going.
Other than besides the honey, do you have any supplies to help?
Adventurers, huh?
Eric will give a very strange smile. Yes.
Yes, you look like an adventurer. I could not help but notice your blue jeans. And
He'll look down.
he waggles an eyebrow at you.
Do I have to
You-
trade my jeans for
Eric's
this?
gonna walk back in his underwear.
He says, so, might I ask, what is the name of your adventuring party? There has been some speculation as to what the band is named, but I haven't heard for myself.
Walking Dead?
The Walking Dead. Oh, that is very apt. Oh, I like that. The Walking Dead. Oh, it's so evocative. It is like you know that the fate of an adventurer is to die, but you keep walking anyways.
Oh,
Oh,
that's the fate of all things that live, my friend.
oh,
Right?
absolutely yes. Is the incredible? You are some sort of philosopher, a cleric, then.
Oh no, just a man who walks a certain way of life, I suppose. But
Well.
back to the matter at hand, my good
Of course, of course.
sir. Did I ever mention you have such a groom beard?
Well,
I appreciate.
Okay,
proper-
go ahead and give me a persuasion.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, you know what you're getting into when you start saying those things.
I was like, how's that flattery gonna go?
Distract him. Okay. Okay. Persuasion.
Yep.
Oh shit.
He says he takes the wrong meaning right away. The wrong meaning right away. And he says, I don't know what you've heard, but I'm married to my work. Please keep this professional. Now, I have a question of you and the Walking Dead. I have a bit of an issue. I have insider information about a cache of supplies that did not make it to its destination. I am looking for some mercenaries to go pick it up for, and you see the exclamation mark appear above his head, to pick it up for me. Do you think this is something that you could do? I believe it is well within a day's travel of town, but I dare not say anything else until I know you can be trusted.
Oh god, Eris plays Skyrim. He knows where this is going.
Now, if you help me with this, I will be more inclined to give you a fair market value trade on some goods, Perhaps even a discount reward.
Certainly.
You hear something fall and break, and Bildrath immediately, like a fucking snake, like turns his head, snaps his neck towards this boy over here, this man, and he says, "You fat fucking idiot, huh? You break the merchandise again? You think this is a cool guy, huh? Huh? No, pay attention to your work." And you see the guy, the 7 foot tall, 300-pound dude, just like shrink into himself, and hide his face. And he crouches down slowly and begins to pick up the broken bottle. And then Bildreth turns back to you and says, "I'm sorry, it is my nephew, and to take him in when my sister died. He's been with me since he was a little fella. He's not all there in the brains, but he's big. Huh? Now, let's get back to business. Huh? Is this something that you and your allies are interested in doing? Otherwise, you should give me the list and I'll tell you if I have what you're looking for."
Shit, do I even want to... Certainly.
Okay. Well, what's on the list?
No, I was accepting the quest.
Oh, you're accepting the quest. Oh, okay. Okay. He says, fantastic. Fantastic. All right. So, there were some dissenters, some people who weren't happy with how things were going in town, and they purchased some supplies from me, and they headed out. But a someone traveling the roads, she told me when we were enjoying some wine at the tavern that she had seen a bit of a blood, a bit of a scuffle on the bridge. I don't think that those people made it. If you could go and retrieve those goods for me, I will give you a discount on all purchases as a finder's fee. Bring me back the goods that they no longer need, or at least news of what happened to them. But the more you bring back, the bigger discount you will get, eh? And you want to be friends with Bildrath, trust me.
Certainly. That seems very reasonable.
So you understand what I'm asking? You travel south of town, to the river. You check the bridge and see if you could find anything. And then you bring it back here. You do not keep for yourself.
Yes, a simple fetch quest. I understand.
Fetch quest, he says. This adventurer, he knows his stuff. Alright. Do you need anything else today besides the honey? I will get it wrapped up for you so jar does not break.
Other than honey, some smithing tools.
Smithing tools! You hear cash register sound effects. He turns into fucking Eugene Krabs from SpongeBob. And there's a pep in his step as he goes to retrieve the smithing tools for you.
Is he leaving the area?
No, he's just kind of like heading over to like a shelf and kind of like opening up what looks like a crate.
I could really use a shield too while you're there.
I imagine maybe inquire what his prices for healing potions are.
Look, if
Or, you know,
honey is
armor.
5 gold, then
I know. That's why I'm saying
Alright.
inquire.
Alright, Bildrath produces a box from the crate, and he opens it up. It's like a little toolbox. It's got hinges, it's got latches, it's got a little handle. It's very heavy. And it takes him quite a bit of effort. He's certainly stronger than some of your companions, but you know, not overly strong. And he heaves it onto the counter and opens it up, and you see that there are in fact what looks like to you old-timey blacksmith, tongs, hammers, things like that. He says you'll still need a forge, but I can let these tools go for 100 gold coins. Or, and he raises an eyebrow, I see you'll have some fine blue jeans there.
Okay, that's a good trade.
I swear to fuck. You know what?
Hey, we're not here. It's all you, buddy. You want to go around in your skivvies? That's all.
Your skivvies with a heavy box.
You know what? I'm gonna Breaking Bad this.
Being willing
That's-
to trade the clothes off your back, that sounds like a good way to make up for running away from the fight. Or I don't know.
Ah!
Damn.
Damn.
It's just jeans. It's just my jeans. Relax. Certainly.
Oh, certainly. All right. Tell you what, I would never send a brave hero like yourself just going around with his willy, just flapping in the breeze. It's cold here in Barovia. Here. And he digs around another crate and he hands you just the saddest, raggedy,
Lost and
thinnest
found
ass.
pants.
Yeah, just like yeah, they're like they don't have a elastic waistband obviously because they're from Fantasyland. There's like a string that goes through them. You have to tie them to keep them up. They will provide no protection from the cold, only to hide your legs, give you some dignity.
Please tell me they're the big guys' pants, and
Yeah.
Eric looks like he's wearing hammer pants.
So he says, so it will be 5 gold for the honey, but these tools will be yours.
That is a fair. You are a reasonable man. I appreciate the fair trade.
Okay. So it's important. Please mark on your character sheet. Does not have blue jeans.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I think that actually is going to be important because there's a couple of people who have already asked us about the blue jeans. So.
All right, I will add Smith's
Wait, really?
tools to your character sheet.
Oh my god. No blue jeans.
So when I was a child, because I'm super duper old, when I was a child in Naples, Italy, if you had real American Levi's Strauss blue jeans, you could trade them for 100 gold coins. Like I am telling you, there are some things in some places in the world that they covet, and if you have them, that's a big deal. Nowadays with globalization and things like that, not so much. But back in the day, oh yeah. Certain things were just the hottest shit. Like if you had it, you had whatever you wanted. Yeah, it was crazy. All right, so you now have Smith tools. It only costs you your pants.
And
And
Out of
he
character.
waits for the money for the honey. Yeah, out of character.
The honey's meant for arena, right? Or was that something just Reed just wanted?
As far as you know, it's just something Reed wants. He didn't tell you the reason because he doesn't want to tell anybody the reason.
Okay. As for the honey, I
Mm.
currently lack the funds for that.
Ah, then maybe after you do this job for me, huh? You'll have the money that you need, maybe a discount, eh?
Well, I've noticed something.
I mean, you have things to sell or trade. Anything else from wherever you came from?
Air looks at his camera and then his cell phone. I notice you lack a certain quality item such as this. He puts out his cell phone.
Oh, what is that? Some kind of tablet, huh?
No. You see, it is a magic
Magic?
box.
A magic box, show me, huh?
Flips open the cell phone. Flashes the
Uh,
light.
What's a flip phone?
What a cool
Wow.
guy with his flip phone. No shaming. So you flip open your flip phone. This is your first time using it since you got here, or didn't you guys watch movies on that, or was it somebody else's
No,
phone?
Yeah,
we
that
were
was
going
his.
to, but we couldn't
Oh, okay.
because the whole vampire thing.
I think he showed
Okay,
Irene a few clips on it, but that was about it.
All right, so we got to check your battery life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And your battery life was really
I want to
good.
say we
I'm
rolled
looking
it
for
and
my
it was like
notes.
65 or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We wrote it before.
All right, so every time you use your phone, we got to check. From now on, you want low numbers on this D20 because anytime that it is higher than your current percentage, it goes down another 5%.
So roll D20.
So, just give me a D20.
Not a D Hundy?
Nah, it's what I need. All right, so it's still at 65%. Fantastic. All right, so you flip it open. I'm assuming it's one of them clamshell smartphones that like
Yeah.
folds in half. Okay, so that's even more impressive, honestly. So he sees pictures appear and he staggers back a little bit, and he says, "This is a scrying device.
It does much more than that.
Show
It can
me."
record voices, even your own. Here, let me show you. Say something, and Eric will put the recorder on.
Okay. Hey, something. And
Stops.
he stares at it and he says, "Something."
Eric will play the button.
Okay, he gasps. This is very powerful. Is this all it does?
It does much more than that. should you find yourself in the dark and you need light, voila, and he'll turn the flashlight on.
You hear this big boy go, oh! And he backs away from this witchcraft. And then Bildrath just is like, does he do anything else?
It also provides games.
Games? What sort of games? Knucklebones?
No,
20 questions?
It's like, probably a snake.
ever heard of Minesweeper?
Nah. There are very few mines left in Barovia. Why would they sweep them?
Ever played Angry Birds?
Now, what game is this Angry Birds? Show me.
He'll show him Angry Birds.
Alright, now keep in mind, whatever you have has to already be on the phone. Also, is your phone have any security stuff in place? How do you get it to work? Is it face recognition? Is it thumbprint? Is it passcode?
Oh no, there's no passcode or anything.
You don't lock your phone?
He never left his phone. So
Wow. Okay. I'm learning a lot about Eric as a character, man. I would not trust anything important to Eric Joaquin. I'm just gonna put it out there. Dude doesn't even lock his fucking phone. Oh my god. All right.
I could say something, but it'll be a bit me.
Oh no.
All right.
Well, like, especially don't trust him with your nephew or something.
Yeah. All right.
It.
So Bill yeah, I mean, it just speaks to a careless personality, man. All right. So Bildrath is, you show him Angry Birds.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So he has forgotten to be mean to his nephew, and the two of them are just leaning in, and they are fucking floored. And then he says, "What do? They just, you just pull this thing back, and they knock these things down."
Yes, and in exchange you get points.
But what do the points do?
They show you that you are. They wouldn't know the concept of a leaderboard. That you are better.
Better than I was before. I
Precisely.
see. I don't suppose he does anything else.
Do you know what a movie is?
Calculate.
Christ.
We're gonna show
A
the whole
movie?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
What is this movie?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
I've heard of pirates. We don't have any of those here. Banditry is outlawed.
Yeah,
Stern.
but have you seen undead pirates?
Undead pirates. No, I don't. Show me.
Okay. Dear God, I'm showing him the first 10 minutes of the film.
Okay.
So you're showing this to everyone in Barovia now.
Morning, Lord be praised! How are these people inside? Are you seeing another world through this device? Is this happening right now? Or is this something that has yet to happen?
He thinks, considering the time zone he's in, the latter.
Ah, something that has already happened. Yes. Wow. Well, does it do anything else?
It can do much more, but it requires a more.
Is
So
it something
next
I could learn on my own, or would I be in danger?
No, you can learn on your own. Yes.
Oh.
In fact,
All right. He's
I
gonna
dare
make
say-
a deception check to try to rein in his enthusiasm. Hold on.
okay.
Okay. Going off your passive here, you realize that maybe he's not that interested after all. He's just, I don't have time for such trivialities. I suppose I could put it away for when the trade routes reopen. Perhaps there's someone in Velikai that would be interested in such a interesting but overly useless trinket.
Hmm.
But I'm willing to trade for it. I mean, I will be honest with you. I think it is worth more than a jar of honey. What else is it that you need?
A jar of honey. Shit. Wait, did De'Aaron tell me about the shield?
I think he would have mentioned it. Did he mention it? Yay, nay? Anybody?
Let's say that he did. I don't know
Okay.
or not.
Here we go. We will say that the imaginary list that Eric has is actually a list where you guys did quickly shout out something that you were looking for. So put it into chat. You have 10 seconds to build his shopping list.
For the love of God, make it quick. Oh boy. Okay.
And we're closing it in 3, 2, 1.
I just put
All right.
weapons.
All right. So full disclosure, this guy sells things at 5 times the market value. If you have not figured that out yet, so a shield would cost 50 gold coins. A potion of healing would cost 250 gold coins.
Ooh.
A vial of holy water, I believe, would cost. I think holy water is also 50, but let me check.
Honey's not looking so bad now, is it?
Let's see. Holy water would cost times 5, 125 gold coins. A healer's kit. Normally they seem pretty cheap. I have raised the market value of a healer's kit to 5 gold because of how important it is in this campaign. So he would be selling those for 25 gold. And then weapons, of course, whatever the listed value is, we do times 5.
Okay, 25 gold for
yeah.
healer's kits.
Is there? Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Is there a forge in town?
There is, but it is desolate. It shut down. No one has maintained it. I thought about buying the property, but I don't have anyone to work it.
Do you know where the forge is?
Certainly. He tells you where it is. It's on the main street. You've probably walked by it a few times and not even realized it.
Excellent.
Be careful. These abandoned buildings, they have rats and sometimes zombies.
Noted. But I can certainly take the holy water and healer's kit.
Sure. He will trade you the honey, the holy water, and the healer's kit for this miraculous device, not knowing that it will eventually, and probably quite quickly, run out of batteries. But hey, that's the danger of mercantilism. You never know for sure. You never know for sure. Okay.
The healer's kit is. Oh, is the healer's kit I'm getting fully charged or no?
Yep, 10. It has 10 charges. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Are you willing to make that trade?
I mean, it's
also-
you're the only one here. It's up to you.
Yeah.
Man.
Certainly, yeah.
Okay. I will start adding those items to your character sheet. You may remove your telephone.
It's a cell phone.
All right. So honey, I don't actually have an item for, so we'll have to. I'll have to make one for you, and then.
I mean, I'm going to use it once I get it. So
okay.
You
fair
don't
enough.
have to worry about it. We'll just roleplay it next.
Sweet. Okay, and then there's well, I mean, it is actually an alchemy ingredient, but it's just very low on my priority list of things to have. Built.
It's gonna suck when we really need honey and Reed used it for something else.
It's all good. You don't know any better. All right, so then.
Oh fuck, alchemy kit. God damn it! I should have read that down too. Oh well, it's not gonna be the last time we come here.
All right, and here's your flask of holy water. All right. And I guess you head out. Sounds good.
Was it one? Fuck. Yes.
Okay.
Gonna head out.
All right.
Like I'm forgetting something.
We're gonna head over to the church. All right. So what a scene we have here. Oh my goodness. All right. So let's see. Tiernan, and who else is here? Izzy stayed to help with Darius. Anna. Eric's not here. Anna, you went with Reed, right? Is that
Right.
okay? So that's just the two of them here. All right. I'll get
You
a
might
camera
want to put the
camera bat. Yeah. Bloop. All right. So you guys arrive at the church and begin to poke around. Okay. We'll just take it room by room. How's that sound?
Sounds
Since
good.
there's nothing pressing here. All right. Flavor text for the entry hall. The doors open to reveal a 10-foot wide, 10-foot long hall. I think it's much long. Oh, sorry, 20-foot long hall leading to a brightly lit chapel. I guess it wouldn't be brightly lit anymore. All the candles and such would have died down by now. Since there's no one here to tend them. You can see the chapel is strewn with debris. And let's see. Then you've got this room over here. This tidy bedroom looks like it has not been used in a very long time. There's a layer of dust on everything. There are drawings, amateurish, but still with a hint of tremendous talent. They depict adventurers fighting evil and looking super cool. And they are sort of tacked into the wooden walls all over the room. And there is also a symbol of the Morning Lord expertly painted on one of the walls.
And then we figured this was Doru's room, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
And we've been down there already.
All right. And what I will do is give me an investigation with advantage and a perception with advantage. And then I will tell you, when you stumble across something, if you see it or not. Alternatively, I could take your passives if you would prefer.
Do you want Mackenzie's perception?
I mean, my passive is 19 if you just want to take that.
Okay. For what, perception?
Or perception, yeah.
Yeah, Mackenzie. All right.
No,
But
there
yeah,
we go.
Mackenzie doing the
for that.
investigation is good.
All right. Sounds good.
Did that roll
You don't.
advantage, or was that?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, cool.
So not because I'm gonna grant advantage because I'm assuming you're gonna take several hours to just kind of look everything over. Okay.
Yeah, this is my plan for the day.
I'll let you know if anything shows up. So in my descriptions, if I don't mention it, that you didn't find it.
Yeah.
All right. The room you're currently in there is an old desk and chair stand against the southern wall. A wooden holy symbol mounted above them. A sunburst. A 10-foot long iron rod is attached to the north wall here, suggesting that a tapestry once hung here. Against the far wall stands a wooden cabinet with 4 tall doors. So that would be over here. And let's see. In the chair is an empty pour box. The desk drawers contain a few sheets of blank parchment, along with a couple of quill pens and dried up jars of ink. For its size, the wooden cabinet contains very little. Inside is a tinder box, a few wooden boxes full of candles, and 2 well-used books. As you stare at the strange characters, they squiggle and squirm, verniculating their way into the English alphabet shapes. And you see Hymns to the Dawn and The Blade of Truth, the uses of logic in the war against Diabolist heresies, as fought by the Olmist Inquisition.
Interesting. We're going to grab both of the books.
Okay. All right. I will go ahead and just post that into treasure. All right. Scroll. Crafting. Daybreak. There's a treasure channel. All right. So this will be church. Okay. All right. You take anything from the desk or no?
I mean, not if they're just just blank papers and quills and such. We'll know they're there if we need them. But...
Sure. All right. Let's see. This room across the hall that you just went into. This seems to be. This dirty room contains a wooden bed with a straw-filled mattress, next to which rests a small table with an oil lamp. It seems to have burnt itself out. Mounted above the bed's headboard is another wooden sun-shaped holy symbol. Looking through the room, you find nothing of value. Okay, so in the chapel proper, the chapel is in shambles. The roof seems to have caved in at least 2 places. There are overturned and broken pews. It is filthy. It is mildewy. It is poorly tended. You knew all that. At the far end of the church is a claw-scarred altar. And then behind the altar is a little alcove, little niche where supplies can be found. All right. And let's see. During the battle, trying to recall, did anybody?
I think Anna took the stuff that was behind the altar.
Yeah. I was pretty sure people grabbed the stuff that was there.
It was like
Okay.
incense and stuff.
Yeah. So that's kind of been cleared out of supplies. Behind you is a statue of the Morning Lord, and it is identical to the statues that you saw in the Durst Manor in the entryway. So sort of looking like some kind of Greek Apollo situation there.
And then anything in particular in the cabinet over here?
This cabinet over here. Let's see. As you go over and check out that cabinet, it is got more boxes of candles and maybe pay dirt if you are a person that summons familiars. But there is 40 gold pieces worth of incense.
All right. Well, not finding anything particularly great. Well, I am going to start clearing all the crap out.
Aw, you're gonna clean up their church? That's nice.
I mean, only because I want a free place to stay after our nights at the inn are done being paid for.
Okay.
This feels like a headquarters in the making to me. I don't know what you're talking
I mean,
about.
I certainly know someone that's got enough bullshit in him to be a priest, so, I mean... Okay.
But yeah, broken, like, from the caved-in spots from the roof, and then if there's broken pews, we'll start clearing those out.
Okay. All right. And
otherwise, I think we'll just put, like, 2 pews against each other, bench to bench, to make a place where you could lay down if you wanted to.
All right. That'll be your stuff for the day.
Yep.
Okay. Let's go see what Reed is up to, and Anna.
All right. Did we wait for Eric to get back, or?
I don't know. I kind of got the idea that everybody sort of like
Gone at the same time. Okay.
Yeah, like headed off to do their own thing. Okay.
Right.
So you guys are headed towards.
We're gonna pick up Ismark and then go to the graveyard.
Oh, okay.
Or I guess to the inn to get the body, and then the graveyard.
Okay. I would say that your business at the shop would not take so long that you wouldn't kind of see them leaving the inn with the body. You go out the side door with the body?
Yeah, we won't bring it down.
Is the body wrapped in a sheet?
I think it was covered with a sheet, so yeah, we probably just picked it up in the sheet.
Oh, they're going to charge you for that. Okay.
Oops.
All right. So I would say, Eric, leaving the store, you would see your allies carrying your nephew's body towards the church. All right. So then everybody, I guess, is just heading over to the church at that point. So I'll grab everybody and we'll head back to the church. That's easy enough. All right. Are you guys going into the church? Because when you arrive at the church, you can hear chairs and pews being moved around. You can see there's a pile of debris out front. It looks like somebody's doing some renovations on the church.
If Ismark shows any curiosity or interest, then yeah, we might as well
Okay.
divert because he's the one carrying the load.
Okay, fair enough.
Yep.
Okay.
Wow, this place looks better.
We need to get somebody up on the roof to take care of those holes, but on the plus side, and he looks at like the broken pews, we probably have something we could patch it with.
Fair enough. We're going to, and I got to point to the wrapped body. We're going to take care of Matthew, and then we'll be back to help.
All right.
Perhaps if you can take a break in a little bit, maybe we all say some words.
Yeah, we can do that. I've got a hymn booklet from the Morning Lord if either Ismark or Irenia feel like that's necessary as well.
Ismark says, what was the faith of this Matthew?
I think we all look to Eric.
Christianity.
Christianity.
It is a god from our world.
Okay, they're both going to make religion checks real quick.
It is similar to your Morning Lord. From where we're from.
Yeah, we attended a service, so yeah, I'll say
Not,
that.
yeah, neither one of them has heard of Christianity before.
The tenants are familiar, and I'll just like rattle off a couple of commandments, like honor thy mother and father, yada yada
Sure.
yada.
Okay, yeah, sounds pretty by the book. All right. Then you should probably perform the rites that were valued by him. Tyrannid, I see what you're doing here. And he just nods at you, like one lumberjack in the woods to another lumberjack in the woods. And he goes to carry Matthew outside.
Yeah, I'll keep working in here a bit, and then once preparations are made, I'll come out and join everybody else.
Sure.
Reed just mutters, "Oh, I would have if I could have."
All right. So, out back in the graveyard. Oh,
It's boy and Kia.
is it raining today? Let's see. We probably don't need actual actors here because you can see even without actors on these maps. Okay. So, out in the graveyard, you can see that there is this mud-filled, unmarked grave. And yeah, like where do you want to put him and what do you want to do with him? You still got Jack as well. With there being no one in charge of the church anymore, Ismark's family, I guess, would be calling the shots here. And so he goes to what looks like a supply shed, and he gets out some picks and some shovels, and starts passing them out. And I guess you guys spend the day digging graves.
So, since Reed can't probably dig for shit, he's going to take
fair statement.
Yeah, he's going to take some of the boards that are too thin or broken or whatever to not be used to repair the roof, and he's going to fashion a couple of cross gravestones for Jack and Matthew.
Sounds good.
Because that he can probably do.
All right. So you guys spend the day. Do you use the unmarked grave that was already there to save time?
Eric would suggest that.
Okay. All right. So, several hours go by. Don't be fooled by supernatural. It takes a long time to dig a grave. And to dig up a body. God damn, does it take a long time to dig up a body. Anyways, so you guys finish the graves. Do you just put the bodies in, or what's the situation? Do you kind of scout around for like spare coffins or anything, or do you want to try to build a coffin for them, or do you just throw their do you gently place their bodies into the graves that you have dug?
Is
gently placed.
Is the sheet that we wrapped Eric in big enough to cut in half and wrap them both? like in separately?
Probably not. Those are very small college dorm-sized beds. So
I
just-
think
Okay.
I think Jack was already wrapped up when he was turned into the
that's true.
thing.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So I think the wrapping is
Okay.
I mean, are there any? I mean, I'm not there, but I guess Mackenzie is. But like, is there any spare coffins around? They look for them.
Interesting. Okay. Yes. So as you look around, you head back to the supply shed, and there is a single coffin in the back, and it seems to be pretty well made overall. And you see squiggling characters arrange themselves into a way that you can read, and you can see like sort of the maker's mark delicately kind of carved into the coffin. And that maker's mark reads, man, hold on. Can't believe I just don't have every single thing memorized for the whole campaign. Oh my god, I'm so ashamed of myself. Matt Mercer flipping through Throwing Biter sounds inserted here. Okay. You see Vandervoort is carved into it. And then underneath it says Valakai.
I mean, I guess we have a choice here. None, one, or both.
Oh, Irina, her nose kind of crinkles up. She says, "We can't put both of them in the same coffin. That's not. Is that how Christians do it?"
No, generally
Ah.
not. But I mean, it seems wrong to give one a coffin and not the other.
No, it doesn't.
Well, who gets the coffin?
Jack, of course.
I look at Eric.
So, a quick history lesson. Why are coffins even used? Originally, it was thought that the French invented the term coffin from the Greek term basket. But coffins really didn't get popular until 1861, when they were used to transport dead soldiers safely and securely. And then they were already in the box, might as well bury them in the box. So any weird things that you've heard that like we put people in boxes to keep them from digging their way out of the graves, or you put people in boxes to protect the remains from like being eaten and things like that. Nah, it was just for transporting the bodies easily. Why the people of Barovia are into coffins is very much to slow down any undead that you may have accidentally buried from making it back to the surface. But that is for sure why they would use it, in addition to respectful transport.
Well, if Irina doesn't think anything's hinky about Matthew's death,
But because I don't know if any of us IRL actually knew why humans like coffins. I guess Irina, who is Motor Mouth, would probably explain to you guys why they like, they use coffins in Barovia. So you'd at least have that to go off of.
all right. Well, if everyone's okay with that, then I guess that's what we can do.
Okay. So do you leave the coffin, or who gets the coffin?
It seems like Anna's pretty insistent on Jack. So
Okay. All right. So you place Jack inside the coffin. By the way, a coffin is very expensive. So this is a very, very nice thing that you're doing for Jack. All right. So you put Jack into the coffin, and you all work together with ropes to sort of lower it down into the grave. Matthew is placed wrapped in the sheet at the bottom of the grave, and then you guys fill it with dirt. Does anyone have anything to say? And do you guys go get Tiernan and Mackenzie?
yeah, I'll actually ask someone to do that while I place the headstones or the wooden crosses.
All right. So let's go grab them. Do you go back to town to get the sickly young man who's there? And also, Irenia wouldn't be here to crinkle her nose up because she is off taking. She's like that player character that wants to be in every fucking scene. You know what I'm saying? It's the worst.
Oh, God.
So we'll replace that with Eastmark crinkling up his nose. That you don't do that in. Do Christians do that? Put multiple bodies in one coffin. All right. So. Do you guys go back for them, or is it not really necessary?
I wouldn't. I mean, he needs his rest.
All right, fair enough.
Darius will come back at a later time.
Oh, sure. All right.
I guess Eric will just offer nothing but silence as he closes his eyes and give a few mental prayers for his nephew. He didn't really know Jack, so I mean, he's not gonna really say anything to that.
Yeah.
Noticing the silence, Reed, who doesn't like silence, will just kind of do kind of a rambling sort of prayer, saying, Jack and Matthew, we lay them to rest here in this strange land, hoping that they are able to find their way back home and into the arms of their maker. May they find the rest and comfort in death that they couldn't hear in life. And may they be watched over forever.
Okay. All right. Everybody can take a point of DM inspiration for taking the time to respectfully bury their dead. That even includes Sick Boy back at the end, because I know you'd be here if you could.
Well, Sick Boy is full up on inspiration since doing the recap, so
braggy. Okay.
Kent Mackenzie, get it?
No. All right. What now? Sounds like everybody finished their individual errands. I guess you could check with Eric about the honey situation, Reed.
Yeah, and I'll also just say as a player, I'm disappointed because I believe I was promised a shirtless Eastmark, but it's raining, so that's not going to happen.
No, it's not raining. It's the raid off. Yeah. I mean,
I'll wait till he becomes a roofer. It's okay.
Oh, fair. So, with I guess with everything that's going on, I don't know if any of you would notice the change in Eric's clothes. Maybe. I don't know how attentive your characters are for fine details, but
when I go over to get the honey, I'm like, what did you have to do to get the honey?
The real question is, why do you need honey?
Well, I mean, if you really want to know all this work that everyone's doing and fixing up the church and stuff, I figured people would be thirsty. I was actually going to go to the tavern and try to make lemonade.
With honey?
Well, we needed some sweetener. I mean, you can't just have lemon water.
I traded my pants and so much more for this.
Wait, you traded your pants for honey?
No, the pants was honestly for the smithing tools. The rest, I traded my cell phone, okay, for the other supplies.
I mean, I thank you. I didn't expect that. I won't need all. It's a jar of honey, right? Like, I won't need all of this. I'll just need like a quarter of it, maybe, for a pitcher. I mean, it's, we can save the honey. I just need a little bit of it.
All right, cool.
So I guess I'll add, just as a trinket or something, I'll add just jar of honey. And then while everyone's doing this stuff, my plan is to go back to the tavern, see if I can borrow a pitcher and a few cups and some rainwater. And basically that's my ration for the day. And then
I have sad news for you.
They
do not have lemons.
Do they have plum or lime or any fruit that I can mash?
They definitely would have fruit. Yeah, they definitely would have fruit.
All right,
but
I'll take whatever.
They would definitely charge you for it.
Oh, it won't be included in. What if I say instead of my meal for the day, I'll take just a couple pieces of fruit?
You just want a couple pieces of fruit.
Yeah.
All right, give me a persuasion. Them three sisters. I don't know.
All right, persuasion. I should be able to do this. And because he's being himself, he does not have advantage, so it's just a straight up roll.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. You are persuasive enough that they give you some fruits.
So I will mash up whatever the fruit is, put the juice in the pitcher, have Eric fill it up with water, the other Eric, and put like enough honey to make it sweet, basically. And
Make sure to specify it's rainwater.
Rainwater, yes, rainwater. Rainwater, not the well water, Eric.
Oh, I forgot to mention. Since we're all meeting up, I would tell them about the side quests we were given by the merchant.
And then my plan is to come back with the pitcher and like at least 1 or 2 cups and play water boy, basically, for everyone actually doing hard work.
The main crops that they grow in Barovia is corn, soybeans, wheat, pumpkins, apples, and figs. Are the
All right, so I guess it would be most likely than apples, because he's like, I don't think corn aid would be very good. And despite Harry Potter saying pumpkin juice is a thing, I don't think that's a thing. So.
Oh, and the wheat is usually wheat barley. Okay. All right, cool. It is said that at one time they grew a lot of rice down in Berez, but Berez does not exist anymore. It was wiped out. And I assume you would probably just kind of pick this up as you were running through the list of fruits that you wanted.
Yeah.
And then she finally gets tired of you asking for fruits they don't have, like fucking bananas or some shit. And she's just like, this is what we grow in Barovia.
I was like, fine, the apples will be sufficient.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, I come back with a borrowed pitcher that I will return, and whatever. If they give me 1 cup, that's fine, and just start doling out apple juice to sweeten, apple juice to everybody.
Okay. All right. I think many days without sugar would probably make this taste pretty good. As Americans, you are all probably addicted to sugar on some level, and so not having sugar for a while, then having anything sweet at all would probably be pretty comforting. But that really just depends on your character. Anna, generally sweets are reserved for very special occasions and things like that. But tea and honey is pretty common. So you probably wouldn't be like floored by this. I imagine if Anna had a Coca-Cola, that might be a life-altering event. But like sweetened apple, sweetened apple juice with no fermentation at all. I mean, it's whatever. So, okay. I'll put you guys back on the main page while you figure out your next move.
I know Eric had asked or had told the group.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys gonna talk that out. All right.
I know what
And then?
I don't know what your guys' thoughts are.
How much did you want for honey?
Anna.
He wanted 5 gold pieces for honey.
That's ridiculous.
Now
I know,
we're gonna pretend that Barovia is a better place than America, and we will assume that in the many decades, possibly century or more that has passed since Anna was alive in Barovia, that 5 gold pieces is a disgusting amount of money. But honey was generally a hard thing to come by, and it wouldn't have been unusual to have to pay an entire gold piece for a jar of honey of that size. But that still means that this guy is charging 5 times the standard rate. And then if he revealed how much that originally he asked for the smithing tools, that would be another situation where that's That is a ridiculous amount of money. You could buy a horse and saddle for that much money. Like, and he got, you know, some tongs and, you know, a couple of hammers.
That will leave a very bad taste in her mouth, and she will let everyone know how ridiculous that is. And you
Fair
are
enough.
all being taken if you buy from that man.
All right. Would you guys be having this conversation? I'm assuming if you are with Darius, then Irenia would hear. And I guess unless, I don't know, did anybody want Eastmark to stay? Otherwise, he has a million things to do. So after you're done at the church, he would probably go take care of business around town. I'm just asking because then you could get feedback from other locals as well. Yay, nay, anybody? All right. Eastmark. All right, Eastmark goes off on his own to take care of stuff. Yeah. So Irenia looks embarrassed and she says, well, Mildred is. Yes, he has raised his prices so high that no one in the town can afford to buy anything, and he thinks that that's just fine. When we confronted him about it, he said that it's a free market and he's going to wait until the trade routes reopen, and then he'll be sitting pretty on all of the supplies.
What if we take the supplies first and
What do you
then
mean,
open the trade
take
routes?
them?
Well, we find them, right? The ones that he wants us to recover, but we
Oh.
don't give them to him.
I mean, I guess if you want to do scavenger work for that guy, but this seems kind of like...
Oh, no. We don't do it for him.
Ow. Well, I mean, free things is free things, I suppose. But if he thinks that something happened to them on the road, I mean, it could be dangerous. But...
There's also a forge he mentioned that was shut down.
Mm-hmm.
I was considering that with my skills at blacksmithing, if we were to clear out the forge, reopen it, I could possibly make a few things and sell it out to the townspeople.
I mean, you could try. It's been closed down for a while.
Yes, he also mentioned there'd be rats and zombies, so just thought I'd throw it out there.
I just now remember Reed has to go talk to Eastmark as well about not going to the Serapool encampment today.
Oh, I would assume since he didn't go to the Serapool encampment today, that you are.
We're good. Okay.
Yeah, you talked about that. Yeah. Okay. So you guys go basically down the street and check out the old forge. So that would be everybody except Izzy, Irenia, and Darius is going to check it out, or did you guys have other things that you wanted to do?
I mean, we
Oh,
all
that's
have
good.
to go. I just thought I'd mention it. That's
Oh, okay.
We're still
Alright.
badly beaten, and we need
That's
to
true.
recover before we do anything.
You could always just say, "Hey, man, we're gonna spend the rest of the day resting," and I mean that's fine too.
Hey
But
man, I'm gonna spend the rest of the day resting.
I think that's a
You
great
know what?
idea.
Let's all do
Okay.
that. Screw this.
all right. Hey, listen
well-
to this. Guess what's about to happen? We're gonna end the day and we're gonna go the next day.
Yeah, where they're doing that, I just follow the siblings around and, you know.
Okay, well, it's not hard. She just hangs out with Darius because she understands mechanically he requires a healer to have advantage on his saving throw. So she's unless you guys kick her out, she's gonna stay through the night and be there for him.
I'll just assist in whatever way I can.
Okay.
No, I'm honestly curious. While they're out doing all their tasks, was
Mhm.
Irene like, what was she doing? Just sitting there giving blood transfusion?
Leeching.
Yeah. She keeps leeching the wound. She mumbles about having to go collect some more leeches tomorrow. Maybe when you guys go to Serapool, she'll be able to find some nice fat leeches. And then she mumbles about what an idiot Tiernan is, not understanding that leeches are so important, and that she's starting to question his medical prowess. Maybe he's a charlatan that's making it all up, just kind of winging it to impress you guys. Man, what else did you talk about?
She's still bragging about her IK blood.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see. She does mention that Anna seems a little. Here, you know what? She'll just fucking spill the tea to you about everybody. All right. So
I have nowhere to
She's
go.
the town
so
gossip.
I'm just gonna
It's
take
the
it.
equivalent.
and I'll be honest, yeah, Izzy is there for it. She's ready to listen to all the tea spilt.
Darius
and
is basically at home sick watching soap operas. Basically.
Yeah, yeah. These women are on either side of you, and you are now in Gossip Girl, and they're telling you everything that's going down.
He's
So,
attempting to sleep, and then he has to open up an eye as he just looks at
Okay.
them, and then tries to go back to sleep.
all right. So not to speak ill of the dead, but Matthew seemed like a good guy, and he seemed like he had a lot of things to figure out, but he was very cute. And there was so much potential there. And it's such a shame for him to go so young. And what do you think he dreamed about that was so scary? Why was he so? What made him so afraid that he would die in his sleep? I hope I never die in my sleep. Darius, what if you died in your sleep? What would scare you so much that you would die in your sleep? And then she stops talking long enough to breathe. So I guess that means you could answer the question.
I don't
Or
know.
do you? Oh, okay. Well, that's a good enough answer. She keeps going, and then she says, Mackenzie is so beautiful, and I wish I had that sort of like skin like you and Mackenzie and Eric, because like it just feels so like pasty, and so you can see my veins. And she like shows you her her arm that doesn't have the transfusion thing set up. And she says that whenever I get pimples, like it just shows up so easy, and it's just my skin gets so blotchy, and then she's just going on and on and on. And
I
then
think that's
she
the
says,
first time Darius feels a little uncomfortable.
"Well, and you've seen that there are Barovians of all
Yeah.
ethnicities, and yeah. And
But I mean,
I don't think
he
she'd be yeah
can't help but think about it, honestly. But
Oh yeah. And then she says that Tiernan is so cool with his cool birds, and like he's obviously some kind of warrior from your world. And of everybody in the group, she thinks that Tiernan's probably the coolest one in the entire group. It's not just because he's another redhead, but that does help. But he's also really strong, and once his body's not broken, and then she bites her lip in a very like excited yet suggestive way, and then she blushes and continues, and she mentions that Anna seems a little weird, but she wants to know what the story is there.
Something bad happened at Durst Manor place there, and Anna's not really Anna, so to speak.
Well, she says she's heard people call her Dana.
He thinks about it. It's not really his business to say. Yeah. Dana was Jack's daughter.
But Anna is not Dana.
Yeah.
Oh, she's a revenant.
I have no idea what.
There are souls that are so stubborn that they will not die or stay dead. And some of them, they come back as spirits. But some of those spirits, they take over bodies. And they use them as their own. It sounds like that is what happened.
Possibly.
Do not be afraid. There are many good revenants. They wander the wilderness, fighting evil. There was this order of paladins. Have you heard of this yet?
Nope.
She stares at you,
I mean,
and then she
paladins are like what?
starts like
Knights?
slapping your cheek gently in case you passed out.
They're
So
like
So you have not heard of the Order of the Silver Dragon?
No, Irenia, we just got here like 2 days ago.
Well, I don't know. I mean, this, whatever.
What are they?
Listen
Are they like knights or something?
Yes, they're knights. They're paladins. Their patron was a great and ancient silver dragon. And he built this beautiful mansion called Argenvostholt, which was named after him. Dragons, I think, are a little full of themselves. And then everyone in the order swore allegiance to this dragon. And they gained strength and power, and then they opposed the Dark Lord. And there was an incredible war between their order and his forces of darkness. In the end, though, the Dark Lord won, and the dragon was defeated. His body was torn to pieces. It is said that the remains were taken from the battlefield, and that all the knights who died in that battle, they rose again as revenants. They refused to give up the fight against the Dark Lord. And so they wandered the land, fighting evil. But some have succumbed to the madness of immortality. And so you must be careful, because some might be there to save you, but some revenants might be there to kill you.
I'm sorry. Take that back. So a dragon and a bunch of knights fought the Dark Lord and lost?
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
He's very strong, and he's very ancient. He is ancient. He is the land.
Okay, yeah, Tiernan's right. That's creepy as shit. Well, Anna seems like a good person. She seemed like she was fond of Jack, so I ain't got no problems with her.
Aww. Well, if you trust her, I trust her. Now let's talk about Reed, huh? What's going on with this soft boy here, huh? He's after my brother? Hmm? You figured that out?
Wait, what?
Oh yeah. He's trying to get him a piece of that Eastmark meat, you know what I'm saying? Like, Izzy is chuckling, but nods the affirmative.
Darius is the clueless man in this
It's
situation.
like what?
Oh yeah, the soft boy, he's after the muscle types, you know. That's kind of how it goes. You never see two soft boys into each other that much. At least I haven't personally. There's always the soft boys after Eastmark.
There's movies like that.
There's a little pressure on Eastmark because as men he has to, like, you know, get married and have children and all that, and like, I don't know. I don't think that's really what he wants. He's had some girlfriends, but it's not really what he's interested in, you know?
I think he'll just look at Izzy. She can't really look back, but he'll just comment. I know you guys were. I think I heard you guys talking about Ismark back when we first got here.
I mean, Izzy says, it's like Thor. It's like Thor. I mean, if like we met someone here that, I don't know, looked like Black Widow, right? You'd be pretty excited.
Scarjo's not exactly my type.
Oh, good to know. Good to know. Alright, she says, so here's the thing about this Reed guy, because can I trust him with my brother?
Oh, damn, asking Darius.
Man, that mana really did a number on us. Reed pulled some shit, not gonna lie. but he seems like he's trying to make up for it.
Mm-hmm.
Though if he does that
Okay.
again, I'm personally gonna deck him in the face.
Oof, that would probably kill him. I think his bones are made of glass and his skin is made of paper.
I don't know about. But for now, I'm not trying to throw shade at anyone because, as you can tell, we're all pretty banged up and
Mhm.
probably should stick together. But yeah, if he tries and pulls that shit again, I will.
Can you elaborate on the shit that you pulled in?
It's just you gossiping with the girls.
I know it is, but he's not really much of a gossiper.
Is Izzy?
Just Izzy probably is.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, be careful if you get attacked by something. That's all.
He was brave during the vampire fight.
He was. That's why he's saying he's trying to make up for what he did. That's from that comment. But yeah, that's all.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say.
She will say, she says, well, from what I understand, and from what I've seen myself, I've seen some pretty horrible things growing up. Courage is hard to keep and maintain. And sometimes people just, sometimes you make mistakes.
Well, courage also, and he'll just
All
point
right.
to his hand, missing hand.
Well, we could take you to the Abbey in St. Mark. Just saying that we could do that. Just get you no hand.
That seems like very far off.
Well, once we get traveling, we just come up with more excuses to keep traveling, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we're already going to Velkai, might as well just boop, boop, down the road, eh?
Oh,
Hit up Kresik.
that actually reminds me.
Hmm?
What do you guys do about the possessions of people who died?
Well, they go to their next of kin, and if their next of kin is not, if there is none, then the ruler of that settlement basically seizes the estate and decides what to do with it.
Do you know if that barrel maker had any next of kin in the town?
Gosh, I don't know. My father would, though.
You can ask him.
Do you need barrels?
I mean, that wouldn't be bad, but he actually had a wagon. And
Oh!
I mean, if he's not using it, well,
You're
it's
really
not
smart.
like he
Okay.
can use it.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's a
we
good
can-
idea.
Maybe we can have it.
Okay. Now, last thing we need to talk about. What is going on with this Eric guy? He seems kind of weaselly to me.
I've met types like him before. I don't know. I do know that he's taking his nephew's death. So
Okay.
probably gonna have to keep an eye on him. But I also think he may overthink things.
There's nothing wrong with thinking things through, but in the moment you think too much, you could die.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to work on instinct.
All right, so that's a general gist of like what you heard about.
That's
through
pretty
the
much
day.
like the whole day.
Yeah. All right. So you guys settle in for the evening then? Any other things that you need to do on this fine Monday?
Is Radu down in the tavern?
Radu is about, yeah. He's looking for this girl. He works for Aragol, don't you know?
Yeah. If he is in the drinks, if he's in his cups, Reed's gonna go down, get a bottle of wine, or just pick up a leftover cup or whatever.
You guys are real loose with this town's very low supply of wine. And
yeah, I'll tell him to water it down like a lot with whatever water he has.
Okay. All right. And you approach him.
Yep, and I give him the wine.
Uh-huh.
So Radu, I was thinking about your mission that you're on, about finding this girl, and I thought maybe perhaps we could help you. Try to find her quickly, and you could get favor.
All right, yeah, go on. Yeah.
So, there's a lot more of us, right? And you know the land much better, but we've been here a few days in the city or the town. Maybe we stay here in the town, and you go look closer to Valakai, where she probably still is.
No, I was specifically sent to the Valley of Barovia and told not to return without news of where she is.
True, but Aragal didn't count on you having a whole crew at your disposal, right?
Whole crew.
I mean, you're a leader. You're not a peon. Aragal should see you as a leader. And here now you have 5 people that will search for you. Your management.
Hey.
See,
All right, yeah.
So see, we now report to you. So if you go back toward Valakai, you could search there. And now we're looking for Annabelle. We're looking for the girl in 2 places. Arabelle, yes, we're looking for her in 2 places instead of just 1, which doubles our chances of finding her, right?
All right, what is the name of this adventuring party that's working for me, huh?
Did Eric told us he said The Walking Dead, right?
Yeah.
All right. I believe we're called The Walking Dead.
Oh,
God,
that
it's
is it.
sticking.
Man, that is an evocative name.
To strike fear, in the hearts
Yeah.
of enemies,
It's very practical too, because you will probably die.
It
Part of
could
it.
happen,
Yeah.
could be, but not
Right.
not under your leadership, of course.
Of course.
So obviously, basically, I'm trying to get him the F out
Yeah,
of Barovia.
give me a deception or persuasion.
Ooh, we'll do deception, but I don't think acting will give me advantage on this because I didn't say I was somebody else, unfortunately. Deception.
Okay. He looks very thoughtful, and he says, "There is one problem. I have a bit of a tab run up here."
Yes, I thought about that too. What if you gave us an advance on since we're working for you now, of course, and hiring 5 people to search the land. Maybe you gave us a few coins, but we would take that and put that towards your tab instead. So now your tab is paid off, and we're paid for the work
here's
we
the
do.
problem. I have run up a bigger tab than I have coins on my person.
She said it was 12 gold coins, I think.
That was a couple days ago.
Oh crap! How big is your tab, and how much do you have on you?
I prefer not to tell you what I'm carrying, but
Of course, but if we're going to take care of it for you,
well, unfortunately, this will leave a balance of 10 more gold pieces. If you could maybe smooth things over with the sisters, let them know that you are now working for me, who works for Aragol, and that you and I were good for it.
I will. I can't believe I'm going to do this. I will take
I'll give you
on your
these 10
tab.
gold. Oh, to give
I
you
will.
this
I'll
10
take the 10 gold, yes, but then I will.
You give that
yeah.
to the sisters. Tell them I'll leave in the morning.
Okay, I will make it so. Here, drink, and
Okay, all right.
And
And
then
so
yeah.
Radu Ranovich will leave in the morning to return and share the good news with Aragol, leader of the Vistani, that he has hired the Walking Dead to find the missing Arabelle. All right.
Are we gonna get copyrighted for using that term?
I don't know what you're talking about. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Any other things before we advance to morning?
Sorry, I cut out. Anyone else? Can anyone hear me?
Yeah,
We can hear you.
I hear you.
Yep.
All right. So here we go. Boop 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 boop.
So since
Boop.
nothing happened today, Darius is going to
Mhm.
spend his resources to heal up his leg. That was
Same.
because I was saving it to
Yeah. All right.
in case
Do
something
it.
happened. So
We pick up another healing kit.
I was going to use a healing kit for my
Go for
broken
it.
hand.
Go for it.
All right. So I just used 5 charges and rolled 20d6.
Right. You're trying to set the bone. Yes.
Yeah.
So, are you trained in medicine?
I was gonna have Irina help me with that. Actually,
I mean, Tiernan could help you with that. Irina's caring for Darius during
Oh.
this time period. Yeah. But yeah, Tiernan,
Irina then.
you can.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right. And Mackenzie could assist you, so you can make this with advantage. And
Okay.
then Eric, go ahead and give me a 20 d6 to see how broken this bone is. Okay. And which bone is this that we're dealing with?
My left hand.
Okay.
I got 69. God sakes.
nice.
Nice. All right. So the
And I have to
completion-
roll medicine right now, right?
Yeah. And where are you? Let's see, Tiernan, where are we tracking your broken bones? Oh, there we go.
Downtime.
On your right foot. Okay. All right. I gotta check how we have that set up. Oh, it's fixed value progression. Nice. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll with advantage for this.
Okay.
Oh wait, I thought Tiernan was rolling the medicine check.
Oh, is he rolling it?
Yeah.
For,
Yeah.
For me?
He
Oh,
he,
my
already,
bad.
he already took care of it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
my bad. Sorry.
I think
Yeah, you
he-
cannot. You have no idea how to do this. So it would. Yeah, you'd be unable to make any progress there. All right. So you need 69 points, to heal it. There you go. Broken left hand. So every time you get a healing, hit the little button next to broken left hand, and it'll start filling it up.
I might as well just use healing surge since we're doing this.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's what we've been.
That checks.
Mm. All right,
Okay,
and then you, Eric, you've got this festering wound situation.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that right now.
Okay.
Come on.
It's reduced by 24 hours. By 1 every 24 hours, the wound persists. If your hit point maximum drops to 0, you die. Someone can tend to the wound and make a DC 15 Wisdom Medicine check. I'll also allow an Intelligence Medicine check every 24 hours. So, first and foremost, when you wake up, we will increase your negatives to -4 from -3, I guess, from the festering wound. And then somebody can try to give you a medicine check to deal with it. So I'm assuming the Tiernan Mackenzie combo again in the morning. So
Yeah,
Tiernan, toss
yeah.
out you need to get a 15 on this. Give me a medicine check.
all right.
The wound will persist.
Nope, hit me with it.
You're gonna succeed at a cost out of combat. Oh my god. All right, mishap. Oh no!
No.
Any materials, tools, weapons, etc. used to achieve the goal are destroyed. If no such materials were used, instead a misfortune token. I kind of feel like this would involve the healer's kit.
I will delete the healer's kit that I have currently.
Okay. Does it have any charges left on it?
It has a couple, yeah.
All right. Well, it is gone. All right, but you no longer have your festering wound. So on your next long rest, those negative hit points that you've accrued from the festering wound will go away.
Well, I still do because I need 10 successes.
Oh, it's 10 successes. Shit, my bad.
Yeah.
Oh man, here I'm like getting your hopes up and everything. Okay, so never mind. God, this game's hard. All right. So do you have 1 success then? Oh no. All All
I will
right.
have two. I will have 2 successes.
Oh, 2 successes total. Okay. There you go. Yeah, you're 20% of the way. Wow, festering wounds are fucking horrible. Oh my god. All right. Cool. I mean, it's great. It's exactly how I planned it. It's working so well.
I'm gonna get rid of the wound now, since this is a long rest, right?
Yes, on a rest, you get rid of 1 wound, 1 exhaustion, and if you make a Constitution save DC 15, as long as you were in, modest accommodations or better, you can make that Constitution save DC 15 to remove a 2nd wound.
I'll do that right now.
Okay, so
Okay.
to confirm at this
Ah.
point, we're now moving on to the next day.
Correct. Now, keep in mind that you can gain well rested for sleeping in a modest accommodation only if, when you wake up, you have no exhaustion left. So if you wake up and that long rest got rid of your last exhaustion, you can now be, or you never had any exhaustion, you can be well rested, which gives you a buffer against the next exhaustion that you might take. But unfortunately, if you have any exhaustion before you take the long rest, if you have 2 or more exhaustion, you're not going to be able to gain it. All right.
Okay. Hey, Darius.
New
gets
day.
1 wound.
Crash Shell Shocked is gone, I believe.
Oh, fantastic.
Darius is going to spend a inspiration for getting rid of a 2nd wound.
All right.
Thank God. Alright,
Okay.
2nd wound is gone from. So he's no
So
longer.
your con saves are at advantage because of.
I just spent a DM inspiration.
Oh, okay. Now you do get advantage on this from Irene attending to you. This is the save to either get your disease worse or better.
Okay.
Okay.
Again, saves. Constitute.
Oof.
I will succeed at a cost if it's possible.
You sure you don't want to get this disease even worse and get a -2 to your constitution? Because,
Yeah.
I mean...
That,
Okay,
That negative
alright.
2 to my con is.
Alright, your lack of physical confidence imposes disadvantage to athletics and acrobatic skills until the end of your next long rest. So you... Yeah,
So
that makes sense.
I am
You
winded
came
from
out of the
this.
disease. Yeah, you no longer have the rot.
Oh, shit.
And the next time you do a long rest, you will get back the 2 points of constitution that you lost.
Okay.
Okay, but I will go ahead and add winded to your thing for the rest of this day.
Not like.
So, since we're on to our next day,
Mhm.
we can no longer afford to pay for our inn, correct?
We have
Yeah,
money.
you guys got 3 days, but then you need to start paying for it. They're giving you this common room, with, I'm gonna put it out there, like, you get room and board, which means whatever they give you to eat and drink. A certain somebody thinks that the whole fucking kitchen is just open bar, and he can just go fucking grab whatever he wants. And despite him being charismatic and cute, he's turning into the next Radu Radovich as far as they're concerned.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean, I did say it was my ration for the whole day that we paid for.
I mean, with that in mind, we'll either have to start immediately doing these jobs or use the church. It has beds.
And Anna, economist, 5 gold for a shared common room with a breakfast and a dinner is not outrageous given the current economic situation of the town. It's certainly, in your opinion, higher than they should be charging, but it's not the end of the world. You could understand why they would charge that much, given everything that's going on.
So up to you guys whether you want to continue to stay here, which we know we can get long rests at, or try the church moving forward. And who knows what we get there. Attacked by a
Well, there's
vampire.
at least like a couple beds at the church.
Okay. I mean, yeah, we could stay at the church going forward if that's.
Or we could, I mean, if a couple of us or 3 of us staying in the church would reduce the price of the inn, we could do that too.
I was thinking of that, but I wanted you guys to make the decision.
Well, if we do that and something happens, we'll only have half our manpower to really do anything.
My question is, we found Doru at the church. Would he go back there?
I doubt it.
Because it was sort of his home, so to speak. But also, I don't know how vampires work, so...
Through the very uninsulated wood walls of the tavern, you hear the sound of horses outside, 2 horses, and you hear beefy footsteps coming up the creaky wooden steps on the side of the building. Eastmark is at the door and says, all right, if anyone is coming with me to Serapool, we're leaving now.
Yeah, sure. You mind if we stop by... Or actually, I guess, is Irina here?
Yes, she stayed the night to care for you.
Oh, okay. Was she able to pass along the message to ask their father about the wagon?
She would not have asked him about the wagon.
Okay. Then Darius would
yeah.
just ask Ismark.
Okay.
You remember the barrel maker and the wagon that he had?
Mm-hmm.
Think we could use that?
You want a wagon to go to Tser Pools?
I mean, if we're gonna be traveling to other places.
All right. Yeah.
Guess we would have to hitch up your horses to the wagon. Okay.
You're looking terrible. Tiernan, come with me, and we will get the wagon.
All right.
I'm actually feeling a little bit better because I fixed up my broken arm, spending out my combat maneuvers so he can go. Also, he's trained in...
Yeah, sure. If you want, yeah. He says, if you want to come, all right. You just seem like winded.
That'll be fun.
All right. So, you guys go and grab the wagon, hitch up the horses, and now everyone can ride in the back of this open sort of barrel wagon. I guess if you've ever gone on like a hay ride, you know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like a flat bed with like a little like railing around it to hold the barrels in so they don't go anywhere. And then mostly they rely on ropes and straps and kind of things. But yeah, I mean, it'll work.
Before all that, Darius is just going to give it a once-over using vehicle tech and just make
sure
there's nothing horrible about the wagons. It seems like it's there for a long time.
I mean, there's definitely some rust on the metal bits, but overall it's in pretty good shape.
Okay. I think this should be good.
All right. So am I to understand that you guys are going to head out of town today? Is there anyone who does not want to head out of town today? Going once, going twice.
Did we talk to the inn about settling Radovich's stuff yet?
I didn't get the chance yet, no. But
yeah, so before, like,
while they're getting
on
the
way
wagon, you guys essentially have 30 minutes to cover anything else that you did do in town, because Eastmark is not going to wait any longer. Like, it's a long ass ride to Serapool.
I try to ask to see if Mirabelle is available then.
Yeah. They Mirabelle will meet with you. She looks a little sleepy because it's very early in the morning, and they don't normally wake up this early. So she's in her night clothes and is speaking to you and says, "Yes."
I am very sorry for disturbing you at such a horrid hour. Obviously, we are checking out today because that was the our agreement initially.
Mm-hmm.
We may be back, but obviously that would need to be renegotiated.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, we have convinced Radu to leave, to depart. So he will be out of your hair as of this morning.
Excellent. I don't suppose you were able to shake him down for the coin he owes us.
Partially. I gave her
Really?
the 10 gold, all 10 that he gave me.
Oh, well, this is pleasant.
I know it
Thank
is
you.
not all of it, but it is a start, and we will continue to work to pay off the rest of his debt, unfortunately.
No. His debt is his problem. I will not accept any of your money to cover it. But
Well, this was
since
all his,
you,
so
since you have prevented him from darkening my doorstep any further, thank you. Thank you so much. Will you be returning?
we are actually going to see, and I kind of whisper this, we're going to the Serapool encampment
Oh.
to see Madame Ava. I know, we don't know if she came from that tribe or Valaki, do we?
You don't know. Yeah.
I'm not sure if they were exactly your people, but is there anything you need me to do or say while I'm there?
No. I don't need anything from them. If you do intend to return, I would love news, if you can, of what is happening in Valakai and the situation with the trade routes.
Yes, we're not going quite that far, but if they have news, I will certainly relay it.
Reed, you've been a lot, but not necessarily in a bad way. When you return to town, the first night is on us. Maybe we'll break out some real whiskey or some vodka to celebrate your return.
That is very kind, thank you. And just so you know, we are also going to look at the wine issue once we get closer there.
You hear a voice behind her in the room. They kind of have like the whole I think top floor of the inn, and it's one of her sisters, and then she says, "Oh, they are leaving today, and Radu as well. They are going to Serapool." And then the other voice says, so it is starting. I see. And then you see Maribel stop smiling, and then she looks at you, and then she puts on a big fake smile, and she says, well, I wish you safe travels today, then.
Can I insight check that? To see if
Sure,
okay.
yeah. I don't know. Maybe they know more than they're letting on. Maybe they're plotting something. Maybe they've been orchestrating all of this, kind of aiming you towards the Serapool subtly.
Okay, well, yes, we'll be back in probably several days' time. But thank you so much for your hospitality and kindness. And,
Of course. And
I'll just kind of, clasp her hand, give her a polite
Mhm.
nod, and
Okay.
thank her for her time and take off.
Okay. All right.
In the meantime, could Eric, noticing the festering wound is getting a bit worse,
Yeah.
and the fact that he still remembers Morgantha's,
Yeah, you got that cream.
he'll think on it. He thinks she's responsible for Matthew's death. At the
Mhm.
same time, she wouldn't have left. He's gonna take a gamble and use it.
Oh, damn. All right. Do you do this in view of anyone else, or
No. He'll
oh,
go
like in the
off-
bathroom? Like you go into the
Yeah,
bathroom? Okay.
away from prying eyes, just to.
Okay. When we're this is a horror fantasy. When you go to sort of apply the cream to the wound, the flesh it definitely feels like it is. It almost looks like it is pulsating.
Ugh.
But as you go to place the ointment on, there is instant relief. It feels like the pain is just washing away.
Okay.
All right. So you can only put so much per day. It's roughly the size of like a a Vicks Vapor Rub container. So how much do you put on? You just slather everything on there in one go, or do you put a little bit to test it?
I would say a little bit to test it,
Mm-hmm.
and if it does work, I mean, why not?
Okay. All right. You just slather it all over the wound. You don't know if it's healing or not, but you do know that for the first time in a long time, you don't feel any pain. In fact, you feel good.
Okay,
Okay.
that's good. I hope.
Right. Now to clarify, you use the whole tub.
It's not a big tub, right? It's just a jar.
Yeah. It's like a little 1.5 ounce little clay pot of bacon grease. That's what it looks like.
like
How
it's-
oily do you want to be?
It's like a jar of moisturizer cream.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot.
I mean, well, how big of a jar of moisturizer cream do you have? I'm thinking like the ones that like my sister carries.
Still a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll use the whole thing.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Sounds good. Okay. I will. I guess you guys will head out onto the road. So we got to check a couple of things here. Let's see.
And I'll obviously tell everybody on the road about, Mirabelle and what you said and everything.
Okay.
That didn't sound creepy at all.
Yeah. But the good news, at least, we took care of the Radu problem, so we have a free night at the end when we get back.
Good.
Thank you, Reed.
Of course.
So the day has a light wind, and it is pretty cold. Pretty cold for the season. It's going to be down in 40s, low 40s degree Fahrenheit. So kind of keep that in mind. Okay, but no, it's actually not raining right now, which is nice. Okay, I won't interrupt you more. Keep going.
Oh, you're good. Ismark, do you have those crossbows we used the other day? Or are those back at your house?
No, I have supplies. The road is dangerous. I wanted to make sure that we were all able to defend ourselves.
Alright, cool. We'll just look at the other. If you want something, go for it then.
Could Eric go for the hand crossbow?
I think Irina is the only one that has a hand crossbow.
Yeah, there were several heavy and lights, but only one hand.
Yeah, you can most assuredly not go for the hand crossbow. But unless you want to try to pickpocket it off her. I mean, it is Dungeons and Dragons. I think she'd probably notice because she's, riding in the wagon with you.
It's also
Oh,
pink and bedazzled too.
It's not pink and
Oh,
bedazzled.
God
That's
damn it.
ridiculous. Sexist. Oh my god.
I think
forget the hand
I think it was described as at least pink.
It was
I
pink,
thought-
yeah.
What?
Forget the hand crossbow. I'll take the light one.
Because she admits it like, it's so small and cute.
If there is a second light one with him, I will also take one. But if there's not, then I'll let Eric have it.
Let's see. There are 2 light crossbows, 1 heavy crossbow.
All right, I'll look to Irina since she's in the wagon with us and ask, "Is this
Does
okay?"
that include the one that I already asked to borrow? or is
Yeah.
that-
If you haven't returned the heavy crossbow, then that's the heavy crossbow I'm referring to. Yes.
Okay.
All right, so there are 2 light ones though.
Yes.
Ismark, do you mind if I take this one? And I'll hold up the other light.
Yeah, he says they're there for you to use. So if you know how to use it, then I'd prefer you had it and didn't. All right. Irenia is going to ask if they can stop at the river so she can replenish her leeches. Is anybody
Yes.
opposed to this?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Yeah, go
Since
for
you
it.
are traveling on the road, the
Vaguely
chance of random
discussed.
encounters is low. Okay.
Tyrion and Kenzie, there's something you guys can make water.
I think it took more than just water.
AKA healing draught. Was it more than just water?
Yeah, I mean it's on your crafting table, right? Or crafting thing. Let's see. Healing draughts. It does require water, but then also 20 gold worth of supplies. So 20 gold worth of supplies is the abstraction of like if you had access to a town with an apothecary and things like that. So you guys would actually have to find herbs and medicines out and about. You could certainly ask if that's something that you could do on the way there, but not being in the woods and only being on the road, you're less likely to find anything useful, and then doing so would cause your travel time to double.
Okay, probably not right now.
Okay. You could certainly look around the river while she is trying to gather up some supplies and see, or some not just supplies, sorry, some sluggos.
I mean, yeah, okay.
See.
If we're making that pit stop for that, then yeah, probably
okay.
look around and see if we can't find anything. If we don't, then we just continue on.
All right.
If we're stopping, how long is she gonna stop for ish?
An hour.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and try to set my other leg, my other foot.
Alright. Darius will take a short rest during that time to get back his exertion points.
Can't believe I'm saying this, but Anna will go with Irenia.
Okay. Let me see. I gotta get you guys a wagon now. Let's see.
I'm sorry.
No, that's
Or
good.
I won't.
You want a wagon? All right.
Please don't nuke all our healing kits.
Wagon.
I think that's all from that healer's kit that Eric bought.
Oh, maybe I called it a carriage. All right. I guess just some quick role play. I'm looking for where the hell I stashed this. It might be in the compendium. I'm so used to being able to have everything like just in the world and not having to like go grab it out of compendiums. Let's see. All right. Ah, okay. I see what the issue was. I have it labeled as a cart. Okay.
Back.
Okay, so we got the cart. I love how the cart that I have does not in any way match like the art style of these gorgeous ass maps, but I don't know. That's fine. Let's see.
I mean, I can't tell. It's just a black screen for us.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna drag you guys out in a sec. I'm just trying to get it set up here. Okay, and then we'll go grab you guys real quick. All right, so currently the siblings do not like you guys enough to join you as companions. So those of you who do not have companions, I am sad for you. Yeah. But those of you who have companions, you should continue to control them. But the siblings definitely don't trust you guys enough to join up as
Oh.
companions.
What? I just got blood from Irenia.
Yeah.
Quick question for
She's a
me
doctor.
and-
She gives lots of people blood.
I gave them apple juice.
Since me and Reed have light crossbows, do they
Uh-huh.
give us crossbow bolts at all, or
Yes.
think it was
Each of you
20.
each of you has 20 crossbow bolts.
okay?
Okay. For now, Eastmark just tells you to hold on to them. Okay. Can you guys see yourselves now on this map?
Yeah.
All right, sweet. So yeah, here's the bridge. It crosses. The right side of your monitor is north, and the other side is south. And there you go. This is also Eric. This is probably the bridge that Bildrath was mentioning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he told everyone about that earlier yesterday,
And-
actually.
And there is sort of a way down here. It looks very treacherous. With all the rain that happens in this area, like the river is almost always dangerously fast, and the rocks down here look very, very slippery. All right, Irenia, hop off the cart, and is going to try and look for a way down. She's eyeballing this kind of muddy bits down here. Gonna go and try and look for some leeches. She
And I
says,
guess
this
for
is not the
about-
best place to find them, but there are some good ones here. You coming with me, Anna?
Yeah, it's a rope. She has a 50-foot rope. Is it long enough to help?
Oh, that'd be a good idea, actually, yeah.
Okay. She'll look for a place to tie it off, maybe off the cart, and then
Okay.
be a helpful guide on the way down.
All right. Since you have the rope and the two of you are working together, you can go ahead and give me an athletics or acrobatics check as you get to the more slippery and treacherous rocks. And I'll have to move you over the wall here. There you go. Is anyone else going down with these two, or no?
I'll actually
Eric's-
check the knot. Does it look secure?
Of course it does.
Since I'm the only sleight of hand guy.
Anna, give me a sleight of hand.
All right.
Okay. Reed, give me an intelligence sleight of hand.
Ooh, okay. I totally remember how to do that. One moment.
Eric will probably stand by the edge of the bridge just to peer down
Mm-hmm.
and just tell him to be careful while he has his crossbow out and about just in case.
Okay. Reed, it is a completely adequate knot.
Okay, I'll leave you be.
Okay. And let's see, we got a wonderful acrobatics check. Let's see what Irenia brings to the table. Okay. So this is your chance, Anna. She slips and starts to tumble towards the river.
She will
that-
try to grab her.
Okay. All right. Give me an athletics to try and grab her and keep her from sliding down into the water.
You can
She
give
will use her broken arm because there's no way she would hang on securely with that arm.
Now, with the rope, are you doing the whole like climbers thing where you have it around your waist a little bit and then she has it tied around her waist a little bit, or what's the situation? Or were
If
you
we
guys
get
just
away- if-
holding the ropes?
If we have enough to get away with that, sure. If we
Yeah,
don't,
okay.
then
You can spend the
Yeah,
fans on that if you want.
Well, no. You guys are down from the bridge. You're down about 30 feet or so right now. So there is still slack. That's basically like bungee lining down to you guys. But go ahead and give me an athletics check.
you guys want me to use a fan spell, otherwise this is going to be a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a note.
Okay, we'll use one.
Okay. Okay, yeah, as she starts to slip, you just kind of reach out and grab her by the by the bicep, like the arm, and just kind of like hold her steady, and her feet kind of slip and scrabble about, and then she gets her footing, and then she blushes and she looks at you and says, thank you.
Anna looks at her and just winks and says, "Be careful."
Okay. All right. So you guys head further down.
Well, saying that now, Darius is going to kind of also test the rope when they're done with it. And
Okay. Let's see. I'm getting some mad crazy like rubber banding in this scene for some reason. All right. Okay. There we go. They're starting to move. Cool. That was weird. As you guys reach the water, you can see that the area she wants to get to, you have to cross under the bridge.
Is it dark and spooky?
It is so dark and spooky.
Let her go first.
Do you want to do a perception or an investigation or anything, or are you just gonna kind of head underneath the bridge?
What's Irina doing?
Irina is looking specifically for leeches. It does not seem to be looking for danger at all.
We will do a perception check.
Okay. All right.
what was it? The head down? Athletics?
It is athletics or acrobatics. Athletics means you stubbornly, like, booty scoot your way down, like holding onto rocks and things like that. Acrobatics implies that you look cool going down, stepping from rock to rock.
Alright, Darius is going to spend the DM inspiration to make this a straight roll. Because he has disadvantage.
Alright. So there is no under the bridge part, per se. So you guys are now under the bridge. So I'll put you 40 feet down. There we go.
Before Darius gets down there,
Uh-huh.
Anna would probably make some conversation with Irina.
Oh, sure.
And
Okay.
saying, Irina,
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel we've lost a few of our number.
You have.
I don't feel sad that Matthew's gone.
Oh.
Does that make me a bad person?
No. Did you know Matthew really well?
Unfortunately, I knew a little bit of him.
Oh. Well, I mean, there's a lot of death and loss, and if you feel terrible for every single person that you lose or that you hear of that dies or something bad happens to them, it will break you eventually. I learned that the hard way. When I was much younger and I was learning the trade of medicine, I was heartbroken. I was just torn by sorrow at all the people that I could not help and all of the things I still had to learn. It made me just want to hide from the world and just give up on everything. But my father and Ismark, they were very kind to me, and they helped me to understand that you just need to do one thing at a time. And if that one thing is making everything else better, then that is enough. And when you finish that one thing, then you work on the next one. But you can't just look at everything in the world, every problem and every person, and try to carry all of that. So if you don't have enough left to feel anything at all for what happened to Matthew, that is okay.
He nods and says, broken, I think is the right word. I was broken once. And it won't happen again. Thank you, Irina.
It is nothing. thank you for coming down here. It's a little spooky. And it smells really bad too, you know? And Anna, that's when you realize that it smells like rot. It smells like a rotting corpse down here.
Is there a corpse down here?
With your looking around, you did not notice anything. I'm seeing a persuasion 16. What's that about?
That was a mistake. My bad.
Okay. I was like, oh, is there something going on up there? Okay. Darius,
25.
you also smell something gross coming from underneath the bridge.
He lights a torch and kind of.
Oh,
in case
okay.
this place was pretty dark or whatever.
Yeah.
And looks around.
Okay, so as you shine the light around, give me a perception. Oh my. Alright, so you stand next to them under the bridge. They seem to just be finishing a conversation. And as you bring the torch out and light it and start flashing it around, you catch sight of a corpse. It seems to be sort of stuffed into the stonework beneath the bridge. Horribly bent, broken, and folded in on itself, wedged into the stone.
Ladies, and he'll just like direct their attention to that.
Yeah. As everybody looks over, you see the corpse. And oh, I missed my chance to do this thing. I found the sound effect. Listen.
Really?
Yeah.
It's the little things.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
All right. Irene says, "Well, that is where the smell is coming from. But it might have leeches in it."
Didn't Eric say something about people who came by here? I guess this is one of them.
Oh.
He'll shout out from the top. Do you see anything?
You mentioned the body, right? Or some people who came by here.
Yeah.
We found the body.
And the supplies?
I guess Darius will look. Does it look
Okay.
like the body has anything?
It does. It looks like they have a pack on them.
Yep.
But why is it under the bridge and like stuffed in there like that?
Would something be saving it for later?
Ooh, that is very scary to think about, but it makes a lot of sense.
Darius will take like a step forward, and that's kind of
Okay.
like shine the torch a little bit to illuminate more of the body, in case there's
Okay.
any other details.
Let's see. Do we have a corpse actor I could throw down? Man, I thought we had. Rough. Okay. Let's see. I could have sworn we had a corpse actor. Oh well. Okay. I will throw down this. This for. You know what? We'll throw a skeleton down. There we go. They need work. These are hard times. All right. So we'll put a little skeleton down to represent the corpse. So yeah, I mean, it seems like it's really hard to tell like why the body is like that. And as you get closer, you do see that, yeah, it's got a pack. It's got traveling clothes on it. It looks like it's dressed in the style of most of the people you've seen in the village of Barovia. The flesh has definitely been picked away at, and is missing in a lot of places. The bone kind of showing through, patches of hair missing.
How long do you think it's been here?
Oh, hard to say. Let me see. I'd have to get closer. Hold on. Darius, she starts to move closer to the corpse.
Alright. You'll hold up the torch to kind of like give her some light.
Okay. As the two of you are close and you raise the torch, time begins to slow down. I'll need everybody to roll into the initiative.
Oh, great. This boy coming to life?
Let's see. There should be a combat started. Alright, so those of you on top of the bridge, you have no line of effect or line of sight to the people under the bridge, just so you know. The bridge is very thick, and the walls are very thick, so you can't even lean over the edge to see them. The only thing you know for sure is that there is a rope, and the rope goes from the wagon wheel. I'm trying so hard to draw this fucking rope. Hold on a second. It goes from the wagon wheel down to them. So, like so, essentially. Alright. Everybody is rolled in, it looks like. Alright. Do some... Eastmark, buddy. You know what? We're gonna fix this before we go any further. You are friendly. Alright? I know you don't want to be friendly, but we're gonna change it. Hold on. Alright. Is Irenia showing up as friendly or not?
No clue.
Or neutral?
She looks neutral.
Neutral? Alright, I'll fix both of them real quick. Before we go any further. Alright, let's get that sorted. Prototype token. There was just hundreds of actors and NPCs for this campaign. Here we go. So she should now show up as friendly, I hope, when we add her back into the initiative. And he's... I feel like Eastmark probably wouldn't be... Well, if he's in the cart, I guess he'd be up front. But more than likely, he'd just be leading the horses. So we'll put him there. On top of the bridge, of course. Okay. Roll them in. And... Alright. Let me change out the music here. Boop. Boop. Alright, so Darius, I'm gonna ask you right now. What is about to happen is targeting Irenia Kulyana. But you could jump in front and take it. Or you could let her take it. But in this split second, you gotta give me a decision. Do you take it or do you let her take it? Something is exploding out of the corpse towards her.
He would take it.
Holy shit. Alright.
Irina was good to him. He'll try and like push her out of the way.
Okay. Alright. Something
Man, this
burst.
don't get me killed.
Something bursts forth from the corpse and lets out a horrible scream as it does so. Let's see. It almost sounds like an alien straight out of an alien movie, and it kind of looks like a chest burster alien as it flings itself. Yeah. Reads on top of it in Discord chat. As the creature launches itself at you. Oh my god. Alright. Makes sense. Alright. It whips at your face and neck with its tentacles. Alright, so here is the first one, which will be an advantage. Here's the second one. which would be a 16, and then here's the third one. All right, and I don't think a 14 hits.
Does
So,
not.
all right. So basically, this thing
Oh, nice.
has burst out of the corpse, screaming with a sort of alien insect kind of sound, and using its tendrils like fucking Spider-Man, it has wrapped them around your throat and pulled itself onto your person.
Cool.
Irenia screams in terror. I don't know what Anna's reaction is. But when the creature has latched onto you and pulled itself against your chest, it begins to vibrate violently, and there's an explosion. And you see all manner of worms explode from beneath the different chitinous plates of the creature's body. And they get all over Darius, Irenia, and Anna. I need each of the three of you to make a Constitution saving throw. As essentially an explosive cloud of larvae burst out of this creature.
How many fan spells we got? I'm gonna burn one if y'all are good with that.
Here we go.
Oh,
Mm.
cool.
Okay.
Yes, man.
All three of you fail and are now poisoned with additional unknown effects. So I will apply poison to all of you. And since you were damaged, Darius, you can go ahead and get things started for us. And this thing has already gone for the rounds. Part of this thing is an ambush predators. It opens with the attack. So Darius, you are up.
Oh boy. Okay, is this thing like grappling me?
Yes, it is 100% grappling you. Everybody on the bridge, you would hear the horrible alien scream, and then the scream from Irenia, and then any sounds that Anna and Darius would offer.
Need some help down here. I am going to. Oh, that just slowed me down. Okay. Action. Is it a strength save or athletics to break this thing off of me?
Yeah, it is technically grappling you in a manner that, most creatures would, so there's nothing super unusual about it. You could try to pull the creature off of you, or basically snap the tentacle that it's got wrapped around your neck, and that would be reflected in, a normal attempt to break a grapple, so a strength check.
Okay. I have disadvantage because of winded, disadvantage because of poison. If y'all are cool, I'm gonna burn another fan's bow. Got about 8 more.
8 more? Jesus Christ! Is there any opposed? Going once, going twice?
Burn them all if you have to.
Okay. Alright.
Alright. This will attempt to make this a straight roll.
Okay. Oh, okay. Good thing you made a straight roll. Here is your boon. You may place the creature in your own space or any space adjacent to you. Or you can hold it in your hand if you really want to.
Oh. I will hold it in my hand.
Okay.
And then I can't really see under the bridge, but where does the water kind of
Oh, the water line? Yeah. Alright, so it goes like that.
Okay.
Yep. So the water kind of flows that away.
Darius is then going to walk over here,
Yeah.
and then he is going to bonus action unarmed strike, shove this creature and toss it into the water.
Okay. Alright. let's see. You use your action to
Break
break
out.
the. Okay, and
bonus,
then
bonus action, because pugilist, I can make another unarmed strike or a shove.
okay, and you're gonna try to shove it. All right, go
Yeah.
for it.
Sorry, I'm just gonna keep burning inspos. I want this to get away from me. Fuck this chest
If-
burster.
If we're using one D&D unarmed strike, would
Uh-huh.
it be an automatic shove though?
I think it's still a contested roll though. But if I'm using,
You have to.
oh
If
yeah,
you're using the, it would be an attack roll to use the one D&D one.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
so
He's
this-
using a feature of a class that makes it a.
well,
lets you do a
they
bonus.
kind of overlap, but yeah.
But they don't, because it's specifically a type of unarmed strike. So there's still the normal like shove actions and things like that, and then there's the unarmed strike ones. So, like this is specifically a melee attack that involves using your body. Blah blah blah. The other one is just a skill check that you are making.
Okay,
Does that make sense?
yeah.
Okay, so you would be making an athletics check to shove if you are not able to use the unarmed strike to do it. Right. So is the bonus the same, different? What are we looking at?
Same thing.
Okay, so 25 is more than enough. You push the creature into the water, and it immediately disappears beneath, and is apparently washed away.
And then he's going to kind of step back, sit down, and kind of grab at his wound.
Okay.
I will pass to, I guess, Anna.
All right, let's hope this thing can't swim. Anna will draw her dagger and be helpful to Darius for his next ability check next round if he needs one, and then dodge.
Okay.
Oh, I just realized I took damage. I need to make a con save. So I'm going to burn my last DM spell for that.
All right, go for it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I do not take tearing bleeding.
Okay. So Anna, you're gonna go and give him a +1 to his next save.
Bonus. It's gonna give him. It's the helpful.
Oh, okay.
Feature she
One
has.
thing I forgot. Oh, right, your helpful feature. One thing I forgot is Darius. At the beginning of your turn, you take 2d6 poison damage,
Oh,
and you realize that there are these larvae that exploded out of the creature are burrowing into your flesh.
okay.
Okay.
Then
Anna, same story. Oh wow, look at that gentle ass damage. All right, 2 points of damage as these creatures are burrowing into your flesh. And then Darius, give me a new Constitution save at the end of your turn.
yeah, for this situation, if y'all are cool with it, I'm just burning the fans bows.
We have. Oh god.
That's-
Okay.
You leave town for 5 minutes and just burn all of the inspiration. Okay.
That'll teach us to leave town. 19.
19. Okay. You slap at and tug at your skin, and you either kill them beneath the surface of your skin or smoosh the ones that are still on your body. So Anna, seeing what Darius dealt with, would you like to change your turn based on the fact that there are larvae essentially burrowing into your flesh?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So what would you like to do instead for your turn?
Let's see. Can. What did you do to try to get the larva off you?
Con save at the
It's
end.
just a save and throw at the end of your turn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, then. No, I'll just keep dodging and just
Okay.
keep an eye out for it.
All right. Give me a Constitution save at the end of your turn.
Use a fan spell.
All right, so if using a fan spell, you would not pass the save, but you would not cause a complication. All right.
Sick.
Who do you pass to?
Let's go to Irina.
Okay, Irina takes 2d6 points of damage. Oof. All right. She takes 7 points of damage. That is not enough to wound. She is screaming and panicking. She is going to. Oh man. She is going to clutch at Darius. And I think in her condition, she will use helpful on. Darius already got helpful though, so she'll use helpful on Anna, and then she will just use a dodge action and hope for the best. All right, she's got to make a new con save.
Can she use Fans Pose?
She's an NPC. So here we go.
And Eric just scream
All right,
out for them to
she
move
manages
so-
to make the save, and so she just is like grabbing you, Darius, and then you just kind of look at her, and she kind of calms down for a second, and then she just starts to, pull and smash at the larvae that are underneath her skin, and you can see them beneath the skin, and then they get sort of they just stop moving as she splatters them. Okay. She will pass to Eric.
Oh, sorry. Before we go too much further, that 2d6 I took, that put me bloodied.
Oh, okay. So, bloodied, I reread all the stuff. Bloodied does not cause a wound. Dropping to 0 causes a wound. Taking a crit causes a wound. And taking a single source of damage that would be your bloodied value or higher causes a wound.
Okay.
So, yeah. All right, Eric, what's the play?
I'm just gonna shout to them to get within range and get
Okay.
out under the bridge because we can't see shit.
Okay.
And he'll hold an action in case he sees any hostile creatures within range of his
Okay.
arsenal. He'll pass to Reed.
All right, Reed.
Okay, so I look at the rope going down, figure I can get down with athletics, no problem. But is it athletic or acrobatics? Is it athletics to get up or acrobatics?
Oh, my sweet boy, climbing a rope is athletics, and it will always be athletics.
Oh, there's no way. There's no way I can get back up then. And they're under the bridge. There's no way I can.
Yep. They're
veer.
40 feet down. You could hear them, but you can't see them.
Oh, crap. I don't think there's anything I can do from up here then. This is gonna suck. I would dismount the wagon, go to the edge of the bridge, maybe. Oh,
Here, I'll move you to the edge. Okay.
Thank you.
Now the edge is very much like a wall. So like you are stepping up onto this wet wall above like a 35, 40-foot drop onto sharp, wet rocks and a tumultuous river below.
Ooh.
So however that plays with your character.
Yeah, I'm probably a little scared because I have, if you remember, I have severe water phobia, basically.
Yes. Yes.
I'm just gonna say Reed looks over, like wanting to go, but then sees the rushing water and what could be in it, and just freaks out. And I'll probably just be shocked for the rest of the turn, honestly.
Yeah, this water is so dark and moving so fast that you cannot tell the depth. Only that it would easily wash someone away if they fell into it.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, he's noticeably freaked.
Okay. You can pass to Eastmark or Tiernan.
Pass to Tiernan.
All right, Tiernan.
I think he's
You made-
AFK still.
Oh, he's AFK. Okay, you will pass to Eastmark.
Yes.
All right. All right. Let's see. Eastmark is going to shout, Alinia! And he is going to see the rope, and he will try and, I guess, dash athletics, get down there. So here's his athletics. 15 will do it. So he gets down, and now he is down, heading towards you guys under the bridge. Oh, but once he gets on the stones, we gotta do another athletics or acrobatics to see if he slips. Oh, no problem. Okay, so he is good to go down there. All right, and I guess Tiernan, you're up. You may or may not be muted. Oh, okay.
I am going to hobble, but slightly faster than normal.
Mm-hmm.
To the edge of the bridge here, and say, "Bring it back to where we can shoot it."
I'm not going back for that thing.
I'm just gonna post up, and well, I guess I see that it's flowing that way, and they threw it in the water.
Yeah.
I'll go to this side actually.
Okay, so
And
you're
then
gonna
I'm
move and dash. You're gonna climb up the wall.
Yeah.
All right.
And then yeah, I'm just gonna try to keep an eye out down there and see if it
Okay.
decides to crawl back up.
All right. You control initiative going to the next round.
Let's pass to Darius.
Okay.
Alright. What does it look? Do I see these weird maggot things on Anna?
Yes, they are under her skin, and some of them are in her hair and on her neck. They're everywhere.
What? Anna, do you consent to me whacking those things off of you?
Yes.
Okay, if you would like to spend your action to let her make a new Constitution save, I would definitely allow that. But that would be your action.
Okay, that will be my action. I will
Right.
tell Irenia to go over to Ismark as I'm just gonna move this way and tell Anna to come along towards, this direction, so we're away from wherever I threw that thing.
Okay,
yeah,
we're in a tense situation. So moving around down here on these slippery rocks. Under the bridge, it's kind of flat and muddy. But if you go past Eastmark, you'll have to start making checks.
Yeah,
So as long as,
yeah. I'm only just moving this 5 feet just to kind of reposition a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna spend
All right,
my
fair enough.
action to help.
Anna, go ahead and give me a new Constitution save. There you go. All right, so yeah, together, with Darius's help, you guys managed to squash or shake off the remainder of the creatures. Okay. And anything else from Darius?
If I have any more movement, just 5 more feet towards Ismark, and that's it.
Okay. Who do you pass to?
I will pass to Anna.
All right, Anna. The dodge ends. What would you do?
She probably throws up a little bit just from
Yeah.
getting this larva off. Takes a look at Irina. She looks good and starts moving.
Okay.
She will use her bonus action to give Darius the helpful in case he needs it for his next turn. And then she will move past to Ismark and use the rope to try to begin climbing back up.
Okay. All right, moving on to them slippery rocks. Give me an acrobatics or athletics. Oh, very good. Okay. And then you had the rope. We discussed wrapped around you a bit, like the end of the rope, and then wrapped around Irenia, or wrapped around you and then you just caught Irenia.
I would say probably wrap around both of us.
Okay, so as you would move, then you would kind of tug her along with you a little bit.
Okay. I can get to about here.
Ooh, all right.
That's my turn.
Okay. All right. Who do you pass to?
Eric.
Okay. I'm actually going to burn Irenia's reaction to keep pace with you without slowing you down and without getting dragged over the rocks. So I feel like that would play out well. Let's see what happens. Okay, yeah, no problem. All right, so you pass to who you said, Reed?
Eric.
Eric. All right, Eric, you're up.
All right, Eric.
So no shot presented itself.
He's going to activate far shot stance as a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't see Ismark or Darius yet, so I guess he'll continue to hold his action to shoot whatever hostiles come within range of his allies that he could currently see. So Anna or Irina.
Okay.
And that'll be his turn. He'll pass to Ismark.
All right. Eastmark is up. He is going to move under the bridge and stand next to you, Darius. And he's going to say, "What did you find? What is happening?"
Some armored slug thing
I'm slug.
came out of that body.
Okay. He will try to make a nature to recall knowledge. And he says, "Ooh. Well, did it have bony plates?
Yeah, tentacles, nasty thing.
It is a carrion stalker. It is a type of creature that feeds on the dead and lays its eggs in the body."
Disgusting. I threw it in the river.
Okay. He eyes the river, unconvinced that you guys are safe, and then says, all right, well, we should just go. Let's just go back up top. We can find the leeches elsewhere, and, is that a body that you found?
Yeah, it has the stuff that whatever Bill Draft was looking for.
All right. He will go and just pick up the corpse. That's like, the chest is burst open and everything else like that. And then he will prepare next round to start heading up. All right. He will pass to Reed.
Okay, Reed will just try to shake off the shell shock, or just the fear condition, I guess, and just yell at everyone to get away from the river.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Irenia's gonna go. If you pass to her, otherwise Tiernan's gonna go.
Yeah, I'll pass to Irina.
Okay, so she will work with Anna to try to get further up. Let's see. Here we go. All right. Yeah, no problem. And then Tiernan.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move to here, and then I'm gonna hold my action to keep an eye out.
Okay.
Make sure it doesn't pop back up.
All right. Play passes too. And then, if no one is dying, we can end combat.
Fucking chest burster. Oh, that's a wall there.
So I'm assuming then, taking your time, using the rope, everybody is gonna get up and out of there.
Yeah.
All right.
Darius will spend bonus action for catch your breath, get some hit points back.
Okay.
Cool. So you have those things and corpses?
Eastmark nods. But that is not what would have killed this man. By the way, he just sort of dumps the soggy, flesh-sloughed, like river crab picked over, rotting corpse, just like in the back with you guys.
It was disgusting, but it was just a detrivore, right? It just eats dead things.
Yes, yeah.
I guess at the mention of that, Darius is gonna look to Mackenzie and be like, "You want to look at that thing?"
At the body?
He said that thing wouldn't have killed it.
Okay, I mean, you got time? Like, it's gonna take some time to look it over. You guys were planning to stop here for an hour anyways.
Yeah, I'll take a look at it.
All right, Tiernan, give me a medicine check with advantage from Mackenzie. Oh, all right. This person is a man, or they were a man, and they died of blunt trauma, probably from a fall. And the camera pans over to the edge of the bridge. You can see that their legs were both broken, and that the body has a lot of scrapes and bruises and things like that. And then, as far as why it was going to stuffed in there, you get the sense that what looked like the body was folded into the little nook under the bridge. It is more likely that the individual crawled in there on purpose, and it's just that its broken bones looked wildly bent and out of shape.
So
Did he have all of the supplies that Bildrath asked you to look for on him? Or?
I mean, he has a backpack. No one has kind of unstrapped it and seen what's inside.
Eric will do it.
Yeah, let's take a look. Did Bildrath mention how many people were in this party that set out?
Mention a group, right?
Yeah, he said that some people from the town were planning to leave.
Only a few.
And that they had purchased supplies from him and said that they were going to brave the roads and try to make it to Valakai. Alright, so this is from Bridge Salvage. I'll add that to your treasure thing. Essentially, it is an explorer's pack. So I'll go ahead and put that in there. And it
looks
also
like this man
contains...
fell over. So I wonder if they were attacked or if there was infighting in the group. Who knows?
Okay, so the backpack contains a bedroll, a mess kit, a tinderbox, 10 torches, 10 days rations, a water skin, 50 feet of hempen rope, a lantern, 3 flasks of oil. Oh, and hold on. 2 sets of traveling clothes.
Yeah, while they're doing that, Darius is gonna check on Anna and Irina, see if they're all good.
So Irina has gotten tweezers out of her medicine, or her healer's kit, and she is pulling dead larvae from beneath her skin, and is offering the same service to Anna.
Sure. Because she
Okay.
probably would have missed some.
Yeah.
Same
Well, it's not that you missed them; that you just killed the ones that had already gotten under your skin, while they were still under the skin.
Nice.
Yeah, so she delicately kind of like cuts or uses the entry wound and then just pulls them out, and it feels horribly disgusting.
Huh.
Yeah.
Darius will ask for the same service.
Okay. All right. During that time, Eric, do you get up to anything?
Lean against the wagon, looking out and about, just like the little sentry.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
You might want to take one of those traveling clothes. Pants are probably better.
Sure,
was gonna
sure.
ask you.
Yeah, then those potato sack pants. Yeah.
I was gonna ask, but yeah, I'll do that.
Weird flex, but what kind of underwear is Eric? Is Eric is he boxer briefs, boxers, tidy whities? What are we working with here?
Boxers?
Boxers. Okay.
He's a never nude.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough.
In the buff.
Boxers. This says a lot about you. All right. All right. We're learning a lot about Eric today. Doesn't lock his phone. Wears boxers. So
Willing to trade up his jeans for tools.
yeah, what a very careless, very careless. Anyways.
Go for what's convenient, okay?
All right. So during the time, Eastmark is going to poke around the bridge. He will try an investigation, something he's not trained in, but he thinks that he is. Okay.
Can I help him?
Huh?
Can I help him with that? Give him advantage?
You were posting up on watch, right? So you were like making sure nothing.
Oh yes. Oh, it's at the same time.
All right. So he's checking things out,
This
scoping
is
the
over
scene.
the course of an hour, right? So this could
Right,
be a short
yeah.
rest.
Yeah. If you guys want to take a short rest here, I will just add one more random encounter roll to your trip. Okay. So if anybody does need to take a short rest, you certainly can. All right. In the end, it does seem that Eastmark found something, but he's not sure what to do about it. He says, there was, a lot of hay and, dried blood. Did the builder say how long ago these travelers would have left?
A couple of days?
Okay. Then that blood is, we haven't had nearly as much rain as we normally do. There was not much of it.
Oh yeah, Crash. I'm gonna use a healing surge for the hand right now.
Arinia, do you recognize this, hay? It does not look like, from the farms. So anybody with a nature check could look at the hay Eastmark has found.
Nope.
Okay. She says, it looks like swamp grass, like dried reeds. It's not really hay. And he says, but why would there be dried swamp grass this far north? I found it by the dried blood. There's quite a bit of it leading south along the bridge. Well, this is not our concern. These people made their choice when they decided to brave the roads. What happened to them cannot concern us. We have a vampire on the loose back in the town. We have trade routes to reopen. We have questions that need answering.
Does Anna know if there's anything to the south?
There used to be a town there named called Berez, and they were rice farmers and herbalists, mostly.
We'll tell everybody.
Irene will say, but that's the town that got destroyed by the Dark Lord. This is news to you, Anna, because the town did exist.
What?
What did it get destroyed? Eastmark, do you remember that one? Why Perez was destroyed? Eastmark says, the Dark Lord, he found a woman in Perez that had captured his heart. He wanted to make of her his bride. But the people of the village of Perez were fearful, for they knew that the Dark Lord was vampire. They could not bring themselves to see such a beautiful girl taken and turned into a monster. So to save her from such a fate, she was killed. When the Dark Lord discovered what had happened, he called forth a tremendous storm, and he rained down retribution upon Berez for 7 days, 7 nights, until it had been washed away, and all who dwelt there drowned. It is said that their ghosts still haunt the ruins, and its ruins stand as a testament to those who would defy the Dark Lord and keep from him what he covets.
Was there a Dark Lord here when Anna was alive?
Oh yeah. Strahd von
Okay.
Zarovich, like the greatest and coolest leader in the whole world. Everybody
God.
in the house, everybody in the house loved him. They literally worshipped him. He's the best. Back then, they didn't call him the Dark Lord. They just called him Strahd von Zarovich. He was dope. He was famous for his skills as a soldier. He was incredibly handsome. He was, powerful leader, and the people that you worked for and lived with, they kind of worshipped the guy.
She would
Like-
challenge Eastmark on this then, say he's
Okay.
not like that at all, and she would give him the very romantic view of it.
Okay, and he says, many feel the way that you feel. But I have watched my home fall into ruin and disrepair, and if he is so great of a leader, why would he let these things happen?
We were at the church when that parade happened. Would those people have been in that parade?
No, because they did not. The only people in that parade are outsiders like you and those who joined them. People who go directly against him.
So killing the thing that he wanted didn't go directly against him, but he still wiped them off the map.
Right. Only those who challenge him. The parade is meant to show you that no one can stand against him.
And Darius recalls that parade went on for hours, and that means that there was a lot of challengers that lost. And he's like, shit. But he just stays quiet as he thinks that.
Okay.
As we keep
You guys keep moving as you head across the bridge and towards the Tser Pools. And I guess that's where we could stop for the week, right? Because we're at time. Okay. And I have to order pizza for a bunch of high schoolers. So, all right. Take you guys back to the map. Let's see. I'm actually gonna bring, because these siblings actually have working tokens that don't say that they're hostiles and all that. So I'll bring it back to the thing. All right. Quick announcements then. Tonight we got Mythic Odyssey. Tomorrow there is no game, possibly no stream. Tuesday we've got Cyberpunk and Pathfinder Abomination Vaults. Wednesday, nothing's happening. Thursday, Curse of Strahd Nightfall. Friday, Rhyme of the Frostmaiden with Orf, and more vodcasting with me and Dom. We had a really great time hanging out with everybody this past Friday, talking about the end of the Monster Hunter campaign.
That was fun.
And then Saturday we'll have more Red Hand of Doom. Classic Strahd will be Saturday night. We don't stream it, but I am going to try and maybe post up some recaps of that that offline Friends and Families game, because they have done some pretty rad stuff. Nothing that you guys would be able to watch, but for people following the two different games, seeing what the third game is doing and how radically different it is from the other two games might be kind of interesting. And then Sunday morning we will be back here. All right. Does anybody have any announcements before we adjourn?
I know a bunch of people are running Pathfinder games. Look at the server, you'll probably find one. I know some people are also streaming those games, so if you look around, you'll probably find those too.
All right. Well, on that note, we will adjourn and continue next week. All right. I guess I'll talk to you guys later. I gotta go get some pizza.
Thanks
All
for
right,
running.
bye. Hmm?
And thanks everyone for tuning in. Catch you next time.